After 5 months of rigorous qualifying throughout the entirety of the world of Ninja, we have landed at the Motus Ninjas Finals for the Premier Series Season 3 out here with a course designed by TJ Rehak and Nam Fan out here. Absolutely brilliant stuff from everyone, along with Donovan Matoya, too, a pioneer of Motus. 3 massive heads within the communities in terms of course design and Ninja as a whole. And it is time to get on with our finals. Hello, everybody. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside American Ninja legend Travis Rosen on the mic here today. We're out here at Motus for the finals. Travis, it's been 5 long months, but we finally made it.
Yeah, Billy, it is such an exciting day and weekend for Ninja action. It has been a long season, but an incredible season. So much talent, so much work and effort put in by these athletes of all ages. And now here we are at the finals, and it is gonna be incredible.
This is one of my favorite weekends of every year, the Premier Series Finals, seeing the best talent in the entirety of the Ninja world throughout America, the UK, France, and Australia and Canada. It's an absolutely immense field. We have 35 kid males that you guys are going to be seeing very shortly take on both the placement course and the challenge course. But let's have a look at the rules here and what this is ultimately going to determine. So with a brand new VT for the finals, the top 3 at one of the 15 Premier Series qualifiers. You got to be within the top 3 or 4, I want to say, in order to get into this event, this prestigious Premier Series Finals out here at Motus this year. And I'm very excited to see how it's going to do. The best of the best in every single category, all coming together from all over the world at an amazing gym out here that we already had a qualifier back on earlier in the season. We've got 2 courses that everyone's going to be running today. We've got the placement course and the challenge course. In the placement course, if you fall, your run is over. If you've run out of time, your run is over. Simple as that. Then the challenge course comes around. You have 2 retries, but you can only utilize a retry once on an obstacle. So here in this clip, if you fail an obstacle, but you have a retry available, you can then have another go at that obstacle. And if you complete it right then and there, you're able to carry on with the course. You've got 2 opportunities to do that. Now, placement course is going to be seeding the run order for the challenge course. So if you get first place on the placement course, you're going last on the challenge course. And then usually when it comes to the challenge course, it would be to determine who goes to finals. But now we're actually in the finals. So the top athlete over here is going to be the champion of the Premier Series in 2025. In the kids male division that we have here, we've got 35 contenders in the running for it. And Travis, I'm very excited to see who it can be.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. It's going to be such a great competition. These young male athletes, they have put in the work, and we've seen incredible performances all season long, and now it's the best of the best here at the finals. And it's great because it is the same format that we've had all season. Like you said, we've got the placement course and then the challenge course. That placement course is a seeding round of sorts, which also really helps get the nerves out. You know, if they maybe have an unexpected fall and end their run a bit early, it's okay because it's the challenge course where it really all matters. It's just they want one of those better run spots. So the better they do in the placement course, the further back they go in the challenge course, which for the sport of Ninja always helps because you get to see what works and what doesn't work for the competitors before you. Because sometimes you have a strategy of how you think you're going to go about an obstacle, but it winds up not being quite right because you see everybody falling on an obstacle, doing it the way you had planned or intended. And so it's really helpful to go further in the run order so you can see what was and what wasn't working. So yeah, it's going to be great though.
Absolutely. We can see our placement course currently being demoed. You can already tell the difficulty spike for these finals as opposed to the qualifiers. A lot of difficult moves being tested for our athletes here on this placement course. We have got 7 obstacles: the disc TP, the second flywheel TP, and then the trapeze dismount, the Bosu run, the cliffhanger TP, the cliff slider, and then the 4th warped wall on the rig that they've got right there. And I am extremely excited to see how it's going to go. It seems like it's a very flowy course, a lot of opportunities for links, and that is ultimately what these athletes are going to want to look for. Because if they won at the top finals level to go up onto the challenge course with a confident state of mind, then you're going to want to try your best to get a top placement on this placement course. But if you don't get a top placement, then it's not the end of the world. You definitely have a bit of ways to make up your losses on the placement course when it comes to challenge later on. But we have got 35 incredible kid male athletes. It's impossible to tell who's going to win this.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much talent here, and we've seen everybody turn in such strong performances all season long. So really it is anyone's game. We have seen some incredibly fast ninjas though this season, especially in this male kids division. And these placement courses, Billy, they are always known for speed, very short time limit. And you were talking about linking, and really, what that means for the uneducated watching out there, it's just when you can go one move right to the next without extra swings and the like. Because when you're talking about a fast course that sometimes we see these athletes do them in 30 to 45 seconds, a second here or there really can make the difference between first and fifth place even. So really cutting down the time, doing the linking, not wasting time in between obstacles, that's going to be key. But we've seen a lot of these males do it time and again this entire season. So I think we're going to see a lot of buzzers hit and a lot of really fast course runs.
I agree, mate. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Now, I will say we're going to be having a look at all the athletes and where they qualified from as the competition progresses. But we also have a couple athletes, including Liam Bass out here, who's going to be first for the kids male out here, who came through as an extra for the finals out here, coming out of St. Louis, Missouri out here. So it looks like he competed in the Motus qualifier earlier on in August, and he's made the grasp over to the spinning disc, and now here he is on the second flywheel. He's going to move on through here, gain that momentum to reach on forward, and he's got it. He's going to static it and carry that momentum through.
Yeah, he's looking really good. It's never easy being the first competitor. Even though you have that demo course runner, being the first actual competitor, it's so much of a different feel, different environment. So a lot of nerves, but right now he's looking pretty solid.
Here he goes over the Bosu run, not a problem there. He's now coming into the cliffhanger TP as he gets that fidget spinner. Oh, but just misses the Lachey sideways off of that spinner, and that's going to put Liam, our first kid male competitor, on the board there. He was moving very fast up to that point. He set the standard very well for all of our kid males out here left to go for this placement course, Travis.
Yeah, Liam did a great job starting us off. I was surprised that cliffhanger TP, it's a lot further that they have to travel through the air than it looks on the screen there. So really needing a big swing on that fidget spinner. So I hope everybody else was paying attention, because if you don't go big enough there, you're going down.
Calvin Johnston is next up out here. He competed in the Ninja U Kenny, Iowa competition back in October. Wasn't able to get into the top 4, but here he is. He's an extra, so he's coming through onto this placement course currently with a lot of fire. Doesn't have the tallest build out of the main demographic out of this kids division out here, but he's still moving along through a very solid pace so far, trying to get that swing up. And he's got the static just like Liam before him. He's going to try and make his way through efficiently as he can.
Yo, I like right there his one-arm technique. That was really good. That saved some time. And that is a dynamic that we see with this kids division, is height. A lot of times you get kids ranging from, pretty short to very tall. And so sometimes for this age group in particular, if you're on the shorter side, it can make some of these reaches a bit harder.
We'll say his time is slowly running. Ooh, an interesting approach there. He tried to get a lot of height there, but he couldn't particularly control himself whilst he was in the air. But still, brilliant stuff there. But he's going to be behind Liam on the leaderboard, as he took quite a bit of time on the first 3 obstacles compared to like the preferred pace that a lot of these competitors are going to be wanting to go at. So we're going to see next up one of our competitors out here out of Auburn, Washington, who competed at Life Force, I'd assume out here, is going to be Jude Pasick. And here he goes. He's ready to go.
Yeah, we'll see how Jude does. This cliffhanger TP so far. I mean, we've only had 2 runners, but that seems to be the ninja killer so far. But we'll see if some of these young athletes can get enough swing and be able to get the height and distance required to make that grab.
Absolutely, you can see here 40 seconds. Bit of no man's land at the minute. He's trying his best to move on through. He's got the static onto the flywheel. Now he's moving along, brachiating through the trapezes and the flywheels. He's going to take one more big dismount to that trapeze. And he misses it. The grip. He was the fastest up to that point as well. Jude, unfortunately, down early.
Yeah, that was a surprising fall. I expected him to definitely go further, at least make it to that cliffhanger TP and hopefully make it through. But, that is the thing with especially this placement course. When you're trying to go fast, sometimes as an athlete, you can push it a little too quick and, maybe get a little ahead of yourself, maybe start thinking about the next obstacle before you've secured what's right in front of you. And I think that's what happened with Jude. Unfortunately, just missed the grab and slipped off that trapeze bar. That's an unfortunate early exit.
Absolutely. All right. Jameson Blancard coming through out of Hit Squad Ninja Gym. He competed out at ARC this year and got a blessed bye coming through into this finals division. And he's going to reach out through, trying his best using his alternating hands. Nice approach right here. 10.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field now. He's got the trapeze down there. Now then, this is the fastest pace by quite a bit so far, Travis, coming into the cliffhanger TP. How's he going to fare?
Yeah, I like his aggressiveness. Oh, nice.
Yes! There we go.
Yeah, you can see from Jameson almost a little bit different level of aggressiveness as from what we've seen already, and he is flying.
That's the way to go, utilizing the little handhold right there. And just like that, our first kids male clear of the Premier Series Finals goes to Jameson Blancard. Well done, mate. That was an impeccable run.
Yeah, he did an incredible job. That was a great first clear for this male division. And, he was our 4th competitor. So to have your 4th competitor already hit the buzzer, I think we're going to see that buzzer hit a lot of times. And that was a pretty solid run. You almost think, there's not much ways you can do it a lot faster. But I bet you, Billy, as we keep watching, we're going to see some of these other athletes find ways to continue shaving more and more time off that clock. But great job to Jameson, our first clear of the day.
We still have over 30 competitors left to go on this placement course, the first of which being Bennett Peffley coming through out here. He competed at the Motus qualifier, as we can see by the lovely Premier Series 3 shirts. I always love these jerseys, all these kids, and all the way from kids up to elites, representing them, showing what gyms they are from and where they qualify from. They're proud of it. And so we can see here having the Motus power roaming through Bennett currently. He's going to try his best to get some momentum going through into this first flywheel, which he's got.
Yeah, he's looking really good. And, if you see there in the background, it's a little different right now because we have the female division going at the same time. So it's a little bit extra focus that these athletes need that is unlike the rest of the season, Billy. So that just adds another mental element to this obstacle course.
Absolutely, but we can see 15 seconds left for Bennett right now. He's trying his best. Oh, but couldn't get enough height, sadly, to get on to that little cliff there. Hopefully his glasses are okay as well. They seem to have fallen off after that fidget spinner. Still a very solid run there. We're going to be seeing, though, that he's also second, so our fastest non-finisher so far. But we have 30 more opportunities for some fast finishers. We're going to see Caden Bergman coming through now on the placement course.
Yeah, and all season long we've seen it, Billy, where an athlete maybe goes down a little earlier than expected in the placement course, but then they come back in the challenge course with one of those early run spots and then totally crush it. So if any of these athletes do go down a little early, it doesn't mean that they do not have a chance to do really well when it all counts in the challenge course.
Precisely so. Caden now coming through another one of our Motus qualifiers. Moving along, gets the grab onto this trapeze. I think this is where, for a lot of our athletes now, they've seen that this might not be the fastest place to have our athletes go through. They tend to lose quite a bit of time from what we've seen here. Largely depends on the speed of their swings and the limps that they're able to take, as half of his time has already gone down getting out of the third obstacle, but now he's sprinting across the Bosu run, now coming into the cliffhanger TP.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think also right here how fast you can do. Oh, big crash.
One hand over the other. You could see that's what ultimately lost him on his grip there. Oh, really, really close to getting it. He would have held on to it as well if he didn't have one hand over the other. But Caden now takes the spot of our fastest non-finisher. So that's something to be very proud of. And we are now moving in to our next competitor coming out of Steel City Ninja. It is Will Loeffler.
Yeah, and as every competitor goes, the rest of the field waiting for their turn, I really do hope they're paying attention, because you're seeing a lot of different techniques, a lot of different strategies that you can really alter maybe what you were originally thinking. Oh, huge swing right there from Will. I really liked that.
Absolutely. Will, a lot of competition experience throughout his life out here. He made it to stage 3 at the World Championships. He's also competed at Empire, Ascend, and Ninja U for this season. And here he is at finals, his 4th competition within the Premier Series this year. And the experience is helping him out. Currently one of the faster paces throughout this obstacle. Great linking dismount.
Yeah, he's doing really good. I think what's really going to come down to right here on the flywheel, getting that big swing quickly, and then also, like you said, going through the trapeze earlier. If you can go through that fast, that's the way you're going to make up time.
There we go, 10 seconds left, gets his hand into the slot and climbs up the wall, and Will, our second finisher of the kids male division. Absolutely impeccable stuff right there. We love to see it. Amazing right there. Happy days all around. Our brilliant Steel City Ninja representative is going to be coming through now with a clear coming into the challenge course. But now, we are now moving into the athletes that have actually qualified, gotten the top 4 coming through now. So no more of the people who are extras. We're getting into the people who qualified by getting the top 4 coming out of ARC. It's going to be Cade Smith.
Yeah, that really is that is something, Billy, because if the first competitors were, like you said, just kind of extras, now, and we already saw some really good performances. So now the rest of these competitors, they really did earn that spot in the top 4. So, I mean, I'm excited for what's left to come.
Very much so. Cade coming along through, doing a very good job. 45 seconds as he is quickly swinging along through the rings and the wheels. Nice Lachey over. Going to lose a couple of seconds here with that backswing, but it's no biggie. He's going to be able to make up a bit of time here on these next couple of obstacles.
When you can see, too, Cade's a little bit taller than some of the other athletes who've gone, so I think he was able to get that, no problem.
That's the one we're looking for. 17 seconds as he reaches out to the cliff slider, comes along down the slider, and is now sprinting up the warped wall. 10 seconds for Cade Smith to hit the buzzer at the top, which he has done. He's put himself into second place. We've got a 51-second finish, followed by a 52, which is Cade, and then a 53. So this is a nice pace that we're looking at so far.
Yeah, that was a really solid run. I think there were maybe a few spots here and there that, a couple seconds, I don't want to say wasted, but just, trying to take an extra swing or sizing something up. But that's still very, very solid. Still had 8 to 9 seconds left on the clock. Good job to Cade.
Brilliant stuff right there. Now then, Julian Freitas now coming through. We have a member of Team Vitality out here, qualified at Ascend earlier this year, one of the bigger qualifiers. Now he's moving along through. Julian has beat out massive fields of athletes before, so now he's going to be looking to do the same. And at Vitality specifically, they train a lot of tech. They train a lot of flowy moves, so this is definitely going to help him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing awesome right now, Billy, because, Cade is one of the smaller competitors, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him at all. He is so aggressive and so fast and has such good technique. He's not wasting hardly anything right now. Oh, no!
Oh! Unfortunate peel out there for Julian. However, he was like 13 to 15 seconds ahead of our last competitor. He would have had the top time if he made that. So he's definitely coming through. Yeah, look at that. 13 seconds ahead of the rest of the field in terms of non-finishers. That's going to put Julian pretty high upon the non-buzzer side of things, with Andrew Gage, who qualified at Motus, next up.
Yeah, that was such a good run from Julian. I was pretty sure we were going to see our new first place leader, but yeah, that's a diabolical cliffhanger grab you need to get after that fidget spinner. Oh, that's a tough one.
Here he moves now. Nice link right there. You could see his hands were at the very back of the flywheel, which is leading him into these moves with a lot of momentum. And now he swings on down over through to the Bosu run. 30 seconds now. Moving on to these fidget spinners. Getting the first grab onto that cliff. Swinging on through Travis. This could be another clear.
Oh, it's looking good right now. I think this is going to be our new leader if he can get up this warp wall fast.
Easy. Love to see it out there from Andrew Gage. Another, and our top time right there. 46.56 to the buzzer. That's going to thrust him into first place. Well done there, mate.
Yeah, that was great. That was so fast, and yet he still had a couple extra swings here and there. So that's pretty amazing to get such a fast time. Great job to Andrew. And I mean, it still shows if somebody throws together a perfect run, we could still see even faster than that.
Absolutely. We have a large amount of people left to go, with Benjamin Hernandez Gonzalez coming through next up, coming out of Axios Warrior Academy and qualified out at Rise at the beginning of the season in Texas. So here he moves. Good stuff. We could see the slight lock off there on the spinning disc. I think is the way to go personally, because we'll be able to see a bit more control overhead on the disc. But now look at that. Benjamin coming very fast out here on our placement course.
Yeah, he's looking really solid, very fast, very confident and aggressive. I like this right now. Let's see if he get this cliffhanger.
Yes, love to see it. Benjamin Hernandez moving along. Gonna take this cliff slider out and down. Lovely stuff there. 15 seconds left to go. Gets his hand in the slot, and we have got 5 clears now for our placement course. 47.11.
Yeah, that was so solid. Really great run out of Benjamin. And all of a sudden you're starting to realize this is the type of competition and the type of course where you might wind up having a lot of clears. So it really is going to come down to who can do it the fastest. So some competitions, if you just get that buzzer, you're set with a really good spot. But I don't think that's going to be the case today, Billy.
Absolutely not. Everything has got to be left on the course. These guys have earned the right to qualify out here. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these kids put in their best performances ever, with Avon Costello hoping to do that coming out of Vitality. He qualified at Ascend earlier this year. He's now going to come on through 50 seconds now as he's doing the good reaches out here that is expected from him for the kids male division in the Premier Series. Doing a good job so far. Nice link down.
Yeah, really nice, steady pace. I love it when you see an athlete running their race, because sometimes, oh, nice grab. Sometimes you can tell that when someone's going maybe a little faster than they're comfortable with, kind of a recklessness, but he's looking really good right now.
Nice stuff there from Avon. Moving along through now. Good stuff. Going to climb up that 4th wall there and clear with the top time. Again, we're seeing more leaderboard shifts than ever today. 45 seconds. That was absolutely brilliant there. Over 15 seconds left on the clock when he got to that buzzer. With still a lot more moves left to go. This is exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I think Avon, that was a very deceptively fast run, because even though he looked like he had a good pace, he didn't seem like he was sprinting. But yet, he has the fastest time so far, so that was really impressive, and good work from Avon.
We have got another competitor next up coming out of Ascend. He is Logan Caselica coming through. This is first year competing, and he's already made it through to the Premier Series finals with the green hair coming out of Rhode Island. He trains at Ascend and Laid Back Fitness in Warwick, Rhode Island. He also enjoys rock climbing, soccer, Pokemon, and rescuing dogs as well. Let's see if he can rescue some seconds on this course to see if he can move through a very good pace right now. Logan popping along through. This is a very good pace.
Yeah, I thought he was maybe going to peel off on that trapeze bar. It looked like he got it by his fingertips, but he is going really fast.
Look at him here, a large swing up to that first cliff. Gonna take a pull back on that slider to conserve that momentum. This is gonna be the top time so far, Travis. Logan climbing up the warped wall. We're going to be getting a sub 40 this early on. What a time, 38.1.
Yeah, that was incredible, Billy, especially for somebody who first year competing in Ninja. He doesn't have nearly as much experience as some of these athletes, but he just demolished that course. It was such an impressive run. Great job to Logan.
Precisely so, 38.1. And even then, there are a lot more links to be done. So as we get through the run order, when we get to the competitors that might have gotten second or first in their qualifiers, we could be seeing the time like increasingly getting beat down. I'm very excited to see how it's going to go. But next up, we have got, coming out of Rock City Ninja, Ira Vegert. Trains out of Ninja United in Maple Grove, Minnesota. And he's moving along through here with a great sense of urgency. Going to take this backswing, get onto the disc, turn around and reach out. And he's going to swing back and hopefully carry along through with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, right here is a very tricky technical spot of this course. If you can make that turn from the disc to that trapeze bar with minimal swing required, I think that's the hugest time saver in this course. It just depends on if you can really get it quickly or not.
Here he goes, Ira Vegert coming through. 22 seconds left to go. He's going to take a jump up to the fidget spinner. Swinging back and forth. Going to try and get a bit of height to get onto that cliff. Yes! Even with a bit more overflow of height, he's still controlling it. But with 10 seconds left, Travis, is going to be a close one to the buzzer.
Oh, it's going to be so quick. He's got to go fast. He's got to go fast.
He knows he's got to go fast. One more second, but time expires right before the end. They're so close for Ira. Our fastest non-finisher so far, making it almost to the buzzer, but still heartbreaking. Could have gotten that extra bit of security going into the challenge course. But as it stands, he's around the middle of the leaderboard. So things could change. We could get more clears, we could get more fails. So it could go either way for him.
Yeah, that was still a really good job from Ira. It's tough falling just a couple seconds short, timing out right before the buzzer. But, he's going to come back fired up for the challenge course.
All right, then. Henry Ponting coming out of Rise at the warehouse in Houston, Texas. Did a very good job in the qualifiers, getting the top 3, I want to say. But here he goes. He's going to get ready to go. Rise from the warehouse. He's going to be rising up the leaderboard, hopefully, as well, as he immediately matches on there. Good idea. It's quite a low trapeze as well, so you can't naturally link it immediately. So it's smart to try and organize which ways you're going to take your backswings. And here we can see Henry Ponting. Absolutely insane moves out here. 40 seconds coming through.
Yeah, he's going so fast. Really, really quick. I like what we're seeing. Oh,
one-handed save! That was mid there! The finalist quality from Henry Ponting. The sprint up the warped wall. 20 seconds left on the clock there. 38.32. What a run!
Yeah, Billy, that I don't really even have the words right here. I don't think that was intentional, but I mean, maybe it was, but that is some incredible grip strength to fly through the air, grab a cliffhanger one-handed, and immediately reach out to the next hole. That was some pro-level material right there. Henry putting on a clinic. That was incredible.
Thomas Schlicht coming through now. He qualified at Motus. This is a place where he trains at, where he competes. So he should have a bit of an advantage here coming along through. Gonna take a massive backswing to come back around town for this flywheel. Gonna come on back here. Gonna take an extra backswing to be safe on this placement course. A bit more speed might be needed, but he's still coming along through. Nice link there.
Yeah, he's looking good. Looks like he's being a little bit more safe than we've seen from some of the athletes. Great speed, though, right there in the Bosu run. Oh!
go. Just lost a bit of control from the flywheel to the cliff there, sadly. Let's have a look at that again. Yeah, I think his hands, he let go a bit too late, so he couldn't get his hands forward fast enough, which ultimately led to his fall. So Thomas going to put himself into 11th place currently, with still 19 more athletes to go for this placement course. The first of which being Declan Manley, who qualified at Arc.
I really like what we're seeing so far, Billy. We've seen already some incredible saves, some incredible athletic performances, and, you know, like we said, our leader right now, sub 40. Do you think we're going to see any sub 30?
I think a sub 30 is definitely possible. We're getting to that part of the leaderboard now where if they want the top time, they're really going to have to fight for it. We can see Declan here. Couldn't get as much momentum as he wanted to, but nice lock off there, trying to get him higher to move on through. Not a lot of strength is going to be needed in a placement course like this, just a lot of efficiency and speed. It's also a very busy venue today. We've got 2 different courses being ran at the same time, a first for the Premier Series finals. We're seeing here Declan Manley pushing through here. Nice side grab on that cliff using one hand. He's comfortable with it. Coming down the cliff slider, Travis, with 18 seconds left.
Yeah, he's going to definitely hit that buzzer, put himself in a comfortable position. Good job from Declan. Again, he had 13 seconds nearly left on the clock, yet a lot of little extra swings here and there. So if we can see one of these athletes eliminate all those extra swings, I don't know, that sub 30 time is a potential.
Absolutely, it's so close, it's within our grasp, but we are moving so quickly. I think the atmosphere and the momentum that a lot of these athletes are getting from such a fast competition out here, the pace of this placement course is going to be moving along through a lot of these competitors very quickly. So let's see if Harrison Buss can achieve one of those goals. Nice technique there, making a forward-facing backswing.
Yeah, I really liked what he did right there. That probably was the smoothest transition I've seen so far in that little turnaround area. So right now, Harrison is on par for a really fast time, Billy. Oh my goodness!
Another one-handed! We're looking at this. This is like the beta for a lot of these guys. His golden shoes are good luck, and he's been to the Premier Series before. And Harrison Buss coming along through another sub 40 run, and that's our top time, 36.85.
That, again, these one-handed grabs right here, I mean, that is so hard to do without peeling off. You need so much conditioning and skill to do that. Wow, Harrison very much deserving of the current first place run.
That was mint right there. Love it from Harrison. Now we are seeing RJ Morland being coached by Matt Bradley, qualified at Dexterity Depot where Matt course designed it. So now he's going to be moving on through. Here he moves. RJ taking a lot of time here. Nice. I'm loving the technique now. A lot of people are probably going to start seeing that technique be used more. One of the points in the course where a lot of time can be lost. And so I think this is going to lead to a lot more sub 40s.
Yeah, definitely. That's where the advantage comes in. Being a later runner in the order, you see what people are doing, what winds up working better, and that is how you can wind up getting even faster times.
Here he goes. 25 seconds left on the course. RJ putting in the clear norm. Another top time. What's going on today? This is the highest quality Premier Series we've had for the kids division ever. In both of the finals we've had at Ferox and Lifeforce, Motus is pulling out all the stops for this placement course for the kids.
Yeah, RJ did an awesome job. Again, it was one of those kind of deceptively fast runs. He looked like he had a good pace going, but didn't seem exceptionally fast, yet that was our first place runner so far. So way to go to RJ.
Right then, here we go. Coming out of Lifeforce in Bellingham, Washington is Murray Oliphant. Here he moves now. Lifeforce was the finalist location last year. Murray is going to now come along through. Ooh, a bit of a hassle grabbing onto that trapeze, but he's getting a sideways swing now. He's going to have to channel in a bit more strength than might be needed to move on through and get enough momentum. One more backswing is probably what he's going to take, and he's got it. Murray coming along through.
Yeah, he's doing good. Obviously, taking a bit more time than we've seen from some of the other top finishers. But again, you want to hit a buzzer. You know, you've got to run the course your style. You don't want to go too fast just because that's what maybe some others were doing. You want to avoid that early fall. So he's doing good, but I don't know, Billy. He's running out of time.
Yeah, it's going to be a really close one here. The amount of backswings that Murray is taking. Oh, unfortunately, couldn't switch himself in the right direction there enough to grab onto that cliff. Still, great perseverance there. Needed to take a few backswings more than necessary, possibly, but still, brilliant stuff right there from our boy Murray. Now then, moving into our final 15 competitors of the kids' male placement course, the first of which being Xander Lipton, who qualified at Empire Ninja back at the beginning of August. You need to remember, quite a lot of these competitors competed back in the Premier Series like a bit ago now. He comes out of the Grit Ninja, Josiah Papel, as his sideline coach out here. And Xander is going to be pushing along through at a very solid pace here. One backswing needed. A good idea, honestly. Doesn't really gain much height onto that disc, which is good, keeping that momentum straight. Coming out of Westport, Connecticut. He's pushing along through at a very good pace right now. 40 seconds, great link on through. And the underbar, he really wanted that. He's going to take a backswing and keep on moving through the Bosus. And now the cliffs.
Yeah, this is a really fast time, great pace. It's really, really good stuff from Xander. And you know, you brought up a good point. Not only is there like a home gym advantage, but people who've competed more recently are more fresh, less rusty. So that's also something. Nice finish there from Xander.
Easy stuff there. That's going to put him in at 5th place with a 43.6 second time. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Now we're seeing the clears become a bit more consistent. This is starting to become the new norm now. We've got 12 clears, which is brilliant. Xander being in 5th. RJ still at the top with 36.39 seconds. We've got Oliver Wallman next up, coming out of Rise at the warehouse.
Yeah, Billy, I don't think even 10 or 15 minutes ago, if you would have told me that a 44-second or so course clear would only get you in 5th place, I'd be like, oh, no way. You got to be higher than that. But that's just showing the quality of these athletes.
Here we go, Oliver Wallman. Nice link there. We're starting to see links in earlier parts of the course as well. If they start incorporating them in every single area, it's definitely going to have a nice outcome for all of them. Oliver going to take a backswing here. Get a bit of, a bit crooked, but he still makes it.
Yeah, he's looking really good, Billy. If he gets up there fast, right, he could maybe get the fastest time.
Here he goes. Nice, and that's exactly what he's done. Taking it from 36.39 to 32.39 as our top time. Brilliant stuff right there from Oliver Wallman. The top time just keeps getting annihilated every run, and I'm loving it right now. Julian Wood next up.
Yeah, that was a very exciting run from Oliver. Just over 2.5 seconds from that sub 30 time. So it's definitely doable, but wow, that was a great run.
Right then, here we go. Julian Wood coming out of the Jump Twist Ninja qualifier. He qualified there back at the beginning of September. Trains out of Jungle Gym, one of the most famous gyms in the world for Ninja, along with Motus, which he's currently competing at right now. Here he goes. 40 seconds just over. This is going to try and make these reaches out. Lovely stuff there from Julian. Going to try his best now on these cliffs coming up. Let's see what the approach can be.
Oh, that was a great grab. He had a lot of height on that, almost a little too much. Instead of traveling forward, I thought he might have an issue, but there's no problem for Julian.
Loving it right now. He's got 15 seconds left. Brilliant stuff there. Julian Wood coming in 8th place currently with a clear. You can't complain. Brilliant stuff there.
Yeah, definitely can't complain with that. Even though that puts him in 8th place, that is such a good run. And this is really going to be the type of competition, Billy, where I think truly just a couple seconds is going to be, difference between multiple placements. And so, again, for these athletes who have yet to run, they need to do as good of a job as they can to not have wasted moments.
All right, here we go. This is a big name right here. Easton is a sponsored Warped Wally's athlete out here. Brilliant stuff right there. He cleared stage 3 at the World Championships. Did absolutely brilliant. Got 2nd place coming out of the barn. A lot of tech gets trained at the barn. We can see here he was Phil Folsom on the sideline. He'll be competing tomorrow. But Easton right here putting on an absolute clinic, mate. We could see the sub 30, Travis. It's going to be close.
Oh, he's so close. He's so... Oh,
barely had it. 30.84 seconds. Oh, my goodness me. That is the standard that needs to be set for the kids male division. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. I am loving this right now, Travis. This is peak.
Yeah, that was such an impressive performance from Easton. We're seeing faster and faster course clears and in ways that are just dominating this course. And this is the kids division. Obviously, they're the youngest, least experienced, but they are doing some very pro level work here, and I'm impressed.
All right, then. This is our first Canadian athlete coming out of FitSet Ninja. They had a qualifier back in October. And here we go. Andrew Manson. He got first place as well at FitSet. So he's going to be moving along through an okay pace. A bit hung up there on that disc, but moves along to the other side of it. Here he moves, trying his best. Trying to gain a bit on a lower trapeze. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, well, that's what I said earlier, Billy. That spot right there is one of the biggest time killers if you can't quite get the technique. And I think that's exactly what happened with Andrew. He's still looking good, but he really is going to have to get this moving if he wants to clear this with time left on the clock.
He's trying his best, though. Time is ticking down for Andrew. Here we're seeing it happen. 13 seconds as he clears those first few obstacles onto Bosu Run. But now, how's he going to fare with the cliffhanger TP out here? 5 seconds. Tries to get a bit more momentum. Takes the grab, and that's the touch point gotten. But just runs out of time as he places his hand on the cliff slider. It's going to put him down right there on the board. Unfortunately, couldn't progress through fast enough. But still, brilliant stuff. Didn't take a fall. Very, very solid run there.
Yeah, that was really good. Obviously, we just saw a little too much time on that flywheel TP obstacle with that trapeze dismount. That's really a big time suck, if you will. If you don't go through that fast, that's really going to take a majority of your time.
Here we go. Theo Pasic now. Qualified at Life Force, got first place. That's a hard thing to do, winning at Life Force. So he has a lot of potential to get one of the top positions out here. Theo, quite a speedy athlete, but he's having a bit of trouble here. But now the links start to come into play for him. Coming out of Washington, he's doing a brilliant job so far. Brilliant, brave techniques.
Yeah, he's looking really confident. And right here, Billy, I would love, it's a bit risky, but I'd love to see somebody go immediately from that fidget spinner right into the cliffhanger. But I don't know. But right now, Theo's going really nice.
Here he goes. We're going to get another sub 40 with Theo Pasic coming in. 38.59 seconds to the buzzer. I'm loving this. The new norm is hitting the buzzer. We're getting to that standard of athletes now where a lot of people are going to be wanting those top times. And that's going to have Theo in 7th place. Brilliant stuff there. There's quite a large gap between the time of 43 and 38. So I'm wondering if we're going to see anyone faster than that or someone slot in right between there. I think it's a solid place to be. Next up, however, going to be Vale Brewer, who qualified at Motus and got second. He is coming out of Longmont, Colorado, though, which is brilliant to see. We can see the ARC jersey being represented out of Vale right there. And he's taking a very fast approach right here. He's doing his best. Going to try and make a turnaround. Probably one more backswing and then he can reach out. Like he does. Brilliant.
Yeah, Billy, kind of similar to what we said earlier. If you were to tell me that a sub 40 time would only land you in 7th place, I'd think you're crazy. But again, these athletes are going so fast.
Here he goes. You can see Hollis Lansford, his coach, on the sideline. Doing well here. 25 seconds, sliding down the cliff slider, taking a sprint up to the warped wall, climbing up it, and brilliant stuff there from Vale. 8th place, 41.94. A clear for the ARC team. We love to see it.
Yeah, really, really good job from Vale Brewer. Like we've seen from a lot of athletes, though, that second and third obstacle, the flywheel, from the spin into the flywheels and the trapeze, it really can just slow you down. And Vale got a little caught up on that, but he clearly showed what he's capable of. So I'm excited to see what he turns in later in the challenge course.
Precisely so. Now then, another person who qualified out of Motus at the beginning of August and getting first place there was Adrian Grenkov Tang out here. Did a very good job out there, coming out of Nevada, however, so he's made the trip out here to Motus. Coming out of the Ninja Lair, one of the most famous gyms in the Nevada area, and he's taking a massive bash out here onto this course. Has a static to try and conserve his momentum. Gets a massive swing back, though. That is the technique we like to see. Adrian popping through, got 15th at Worlds. He's going to move on through here with a very fast pace. Look at him go.
Yeah, that was really impressive what he did there. Oh, I thought he was going to go right there.
Here he goes. Adrian sliding down the cliff slider. This could be one of the faster times out here, climbing up the warped wall, trying his best. And right then and there, we have a podium spot tentatively for Adrian. Third place, 33.64 seconds. We love it.
Yeah, I really liked how focused and dialed in Adrian was. Looked like every placement, every grab was just how he planned it to be, and one of the fastest times we've seen through the first several obstacles. So that again was really, really good. Hope others were paying attention, and maybe they tweaked their strategy to get through it a little quicker, just like Adrian did. But Henry Hank Sagao next. He is capable of some fast times, Billy.
Absolutely. That is evident as he got first place at Jump Twist in Florida, coming out of North Carolina, making his way over. He wanted to go for that reach out. I could see his hands was kind of shaking there. This is only his second year doing Ninja. He placed top 10 at Tier 2 Worlds last year.
Oh!
No, and the pushback is down. Oh, mate, so close for Henry.
Oh, he's disappointed by that. That's what we talked about earlier. Sometimes you're trying to go so fast that you maybe rush something here or there, and that's exactly what he did. He didn't have quite enough swing, but went for that dismount, and it's not super far, but still you need a big enough swing, and he just came up a little short. He's pretty disappointed. He looked upset, but it's okay because, as we've seen and said all season long, athletes have gone down early in this placement course and come back and win or get top 3 in the challenge course. So Henry is not out of the running by any means.
All right, now then, the Forte Ninja Leo Bronov coming through now, coming out of Rise at the Warehouse, qualified there out of Forte Fitness Center. Moving along through now, takes the reach out. Nice, just drop down on that ring there. You can see it saves milliseconds, but every millisecond is valuable on a placement course like this. Gonna take a backswing, however. Got first place at Rise's qualifier in the kids male division. Almost had the link there that Travis has been wanting, but he's moving through with one hand.
Another one-handed grab. Are you kidding me?
This is why we love the finals. We see people going for immense sends, including Leo, who's in 6th right there. 38.08 seconds to the buzzer. I'm loving it.
Yeah, so this younger age group, obviously they don't have as much weight as an adult or even a teen, but still, to grab with one hand on such a dynamic movement like that's a treat every time I see that happen.
Brilliant stuff right here. We have now gotten into the final 5 athletes with Aiden Leckie coming through now out of the Obstacle Academy. Here he moves, 4'7" in both height and wingspan. Qualified ARC this year, coming out of Obstacle Academy, of course. He finished 2nd at the US Nationals and took 3rd in another World Championship last year. He also took 3rd in the first ever mini bucket comp in, I want to say that's Colorado, yeah. But now Aiden coming through now, a very fast pace. He's linking back, pulling through with every move that he's got. Fastest pace up to this point. Travis, this could be it. Pulls up, 29 seconds, 30.54. Oh, man, that were a close one.
Yeah, seriously, Billy, I thought that was going to be our first sub 30. Aiden was truly flying through. I think he was, at this point, the fastest through the first several obstacles. Such precision and everything. I think just about as fast and as good as you could do. That was some really, really good stuff. I'm blown away.
Me too. I'm loving this right now. We have 4 more athletes left to go. The first of which being Alex Kaminsky out of Steel City Ninja. 4'7", wingspan of 4'6". Started Ninja 5 years ago in 2020. This is third and final year in the WNL Kids division. He's going up to Mature Kids next year. In season 10, he got 21 podiums out of the 22 competitions he went to, which is absolutely insane. He's done over 60 competitions within his time as a ninja. He's getting ready to go, eyeing down the rest of this course right now. Alex managed to get first place at Rock City. And he's trying his best now to just envision his moves and get prepared.
Yeah, that mental preparation is so important, visualizing the course, because especially on a fast course like this, you don't have any time to think about it when you're out there. You'll already have to have done that before your run. So I know that Alex and the several left, I think we've got 3 more competitors after Alex, all super, super good. So I don't know. I'm going to say it right now, Billy. If I see somebody go immediately from that fidget spinner up to that cliffhanger, I just don't know what I'm going to do.
Here he goes. Alex now popping on through out of Steel City Ninja, the iconic yellow and black jersey that we see across all major competitions. Coming over to the second flywheel touch point. Pulling back, taking that link over to the trapeze dismount. Pops along downward with 40 seconds now coming into the Bosu run. How is he going to fare? That's the link you wanted! You've got it!
He did it! He did it!
Go! Alex Kaminsky making Travis Rosen's dreams come true as he ascends up the wall, reaches up to the top, and puts on an absolutely amazing run there. 33.51 seconds.
Oh, yes. He just made my day right there. That was so exciting. That is such a time saver. Unfortunately, he did take a little bit slower through the flywheel, TP, the trapeze dismount, all that. But that saved him several spots right there. He probably would have been looking at, maybe 7th or 8th place, I think, had he not done that huge move. So that was incredible. I'm a happy, happy ninja.
Me too. Now then, if I had to put my money on anyone out here to get first place today, it's Joey Stone, the basement ninja. To put it simply, this kid's got aura in spades, mate. He was the first place kids male Premier Series champion last year. He was also the world's strongest ninja. What the heck? Stop it! Stop it now! What?
Oh my goodness, he was going so fast. You look right here. He didn't
What happened? He just whiffed it! No! Oh, Joey's so close there. Oh, you know he's going to be kicking himself because of that. But that means that we're going to have a lot of skill early on in the challenge course. So guys, get ready. We definitely have a lot to look forward to when it comes to Joey Stone in the next round. But I do not want to shine any light away from our next competitor out here. Owen, our reigning world champion out here. Got a Kanzen in WNL, basically. All 3 stages completed. He's also done very well in Premier Series in the past. Coming out of Dexterity Depot, he got first place at the qualifier. Matt Bradley on the side. Let's put on an absolutely amazing show out here, Owen. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Last 2 runners right here, Owen and 1 more. But you never know. Like we just saw, anything can happen out here on the course.
Here he goes. Owen Alzheimer coming through a very fast pace. The back link there, love to see it. 45 into Bosu run, nearly a full second ahead. That's
there
the
it
link.
is.
The Travis,
oh my gosh!
the turnaround!
This
He's doing the sends all over the shop.
This is it.
Owen Alzheimer. This is the sub 30 26.
Yeah.
Brother, calm it. He's unfazed as well. You can see him at the top of the wall. He didn't have a reaction. He's just that good. The turnaround on the slider. Matt Bradley, a happy coach, surely. Oh, my Lord.
Wow, happy coach. We're happy commentators. I'm sure there's happy spectators all over watching this. That was mastery right there from Owen. So fast, so strong. Big moves, aggressive moves, but obviously he had the skill to back it up. That was incredible.
Now then, our final competitor left on the placement course out here for the kids division is going to be Grayson Balzotti. He got first place at Ascend in the end of August and he's going to be wanting one of the fastest times of the entire weekend, surely. Grayson, an absolutely amazing competitor in the Vitality team and in the entire world in his age group, and he's moving through impeccably fast as we expect.
Yeah, I think he's about 2 seconds behind the pace that we just saw. Oh, and not going immediately right there. First place will be hard, but he's still looking really solid, Billy.
Here he goes, 32 seconds coming out of the slider, runs up the warped wall, going straight for the bar, and that already, brilliant stuff there. 4th place for Grayson Balzotti. That was absolutely amazing. A great way to end out one of the best placement courses of the entire Premier Series ever. Travis, what happened?
That was incredible. Seriously, the level of skill that we just witnessed, the level of performances from the one-handed grabs to just super technical, precise technique through some of these obstacles. That made my day. That was a fun session to be a part of.
Absolutely. We still have the challenge course to come up next. We've got Owen Alzheimer, who's going to be going last for the challenge course later on. And the challenge course is one you guys seriously do not want to miss. For all the Sasuke fans who've been here from the beginning, there's definitely some surprises. And for the people who have a bit of tech, a bit of bar tech, you're in for a treat. I tell you that much. It's absolutely amazing. We've got specials, we've got obstacle names going incredible. Travis, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun. Obviously, the challenge course is a very different style, of course, much longer, much more grueling, very much testing of every facet of Ninja's skill and ability. So it's going to be a great session. And what I'm excited is, obviously, we've seen some huge performances turned in, but then some others from maybe some of the stronger competitors who went out early. What I'm excited to see is how they can regroup and come back, even though they're going to have one of those earlier run spots in the challenge course. See what kind of bar they can set for the rest of the competitors. This is going to be great.
It will be a very exciting competition. This is our predicted top 3 as well, based off of our faster placement course result. Owen in first, Aiden in second, and Easton in third place. A 26 and 230s. We love to see it right there. Okay, right then, in just a minute, we're going to be back with you for the challenge course once things get switched around. So everyone, stay tuned. You guys do not want to miss an amazing challenge course for the kids division. Stay tuned.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on DGSninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? I have a solution for that. Slap chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slap trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Everybody to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 3 Finals out here at Motus Ninjas in Lee Summit, Missouri. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside Travis Rosen out here for the Kids Male Challenge course. We just wrapped up the placement course, and Travis, it was absolutely insane.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. Everything that I'd hoped for these finals at Motus. We've been waiting all season for this moment, and so far, these athletes have not left us disappointed. We've seen some remarkable course clears, performances, saves, and it's only going to get better because now it's the challenge course, which is so much longer, so much more intense, and it's going to test these athletes in every way. I am so excited for what we're about to witness.
It's an absolutely amazing course that these guys are going to be taking on as well, courtesy of TJ, Nam, and Donovan out of the Motus team. And look at this, we've got 13 obstacles with a time limit of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So these kids really can't play about when it comes to actually competing and going on this course. We've got Catch and Release, the Hourglass, the Great Wall of Nam, named after Nam Farm, and then for the Sasuke fans, we've got the Prism Tilt, like you guys are going to see in Kunoichi 13 for the eagle-eyed viewers. So this Prism Tilt originated on Sasuke all the way back in 2004, and the same with the Rolling Hill. Technically been a thing since the beginning of Ninja, but more prominent in Ninja nowadays with the Rolling Hill on Sasuke. So both of those are going to be in the course. We've got the Northwest Passage, and then we've got some Japanese obstacles. I wrote down the translations for these earlier. Hang on.
Well, hold on, Billy. It's a good thing because I speak Japanese. Maybe you did not know that.
Yes, you do. Okay.
So,
yes, I remember that. I remember A&W3, the VT, you said.
Yeah. So, I lived in Japan for a while in college, and also it was my major. So, coming in at obstacle number 7, we have the Doitashimashite, which is basically means you're welcome. And then number 8 is Yokatta, which is a past tense of good. So, very excited to see these obstacles.
Absolutely. I'm going to be Yogata about a clear if we see them. if that translates well with tenses and stuff. All right. And then carrying on, we've got 5 more obstacles. We've got Brandon's favorite, named after one of the best mature kids or preteens in Motus's community. We've got the signs, which is basically road signs like you would see on the American version of Ninja on TV. The Black Diamond after that. The Book of Kevin, a Kevin Brecky original, which we love to see. And then the Rolling Salmon, which is salmon roll that has played a dominant part in Ninja around the world on TV shows. So this is basically a best of montage. It's a who's who of amazing Ninja obstacles, to be honest with you. I'm really excited to see how things are going to go and how these kids are going to adapt to so many different obstacles from Ninja's past and present.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes we see these obstacles that are total throwback obstacles that aren't even that popular these days. So sometimes they really get tested because they don't train on them as much. But again, with a long course like the challenge course, you see these obstacles that in and of themselves perhaps are very easy. But when you do them after 6, 7, 8, or 9 obstacles, you're very tired and it can be very hard. So just to see how they adapt, like you said, it's going to be really exciting.
Absolutely. I'm very hyped to see how it's going to go. This is the moment of the season we have hyped up for the longest amount of time. Literally all the way back in the middle of July when we were in Australia for Geelong Ninjas. It felt like ages ago. I have aged since then, which is brilliant. But literally all the way back in July with about 14, 15 more qualifiers. all the way up to the Motus finals out here in Missouri with a massive barrage of athletes. I'm very excited to see how things are going to go. In terms of like the fields for the finals and like the quantities that the divisions have in terms of athletes there, it's nearly more than both of 2023 and 2024's finals combined. We've got around 35 athletes here in the male kids division, and I genuinely think if you add up the amount of kids from in the male division from 2024 and 2023, it will be almost identical to this. So I think we're in for a large field of talent, which we've already seen on the placement course, but their endurance skills are now going to be tested.
Yeah, for sure. That's with this type of course. What I love about it, it really does test every part of your ninja training, because you do have these incredibly strength intense related obstacles, ones where you need incredible muscular endurance, but yet balance can still be a big part. And even that is hard when you go from these really strong strength related obstacles right into a balance. It's like a shift of your brain, the way you're thinking about it. And so it's going to be a great challenge. But yeah, it was such a huge field this year for these finals, and really excited to see what these kids turn in this male division. And again, just the throwback, kind of the homage to Sasuke, super exciting. Obviously, not everybody knows what Sasuke is, but it is the Japanese version of Ninja Warrior, what the American version kind of emulated when it started here. And again, such a huge privilege and honor for me to actually get to compete at Sasuke way back in the day, during the American Ninja Warrior 3 season. So that was super fun. And even reading some of these obstacle names, Billy, that were in Japanese, it reminds me of when I was on that American team to go compete there, because we had a translator for our group, but there's a bunch of us who were there. And so I actually had to be kind of a alternate translator. So not only did we have the jet lag and this huge competition, but I had all this Japanese that I wasn't quite used to, and my brain was mush all weekend, but it was a blast.
Absolutely. You did very well in Sasuke 27 as well in ANW 3, doing very good, getting all the way into the deep end of stage 2 as well, which is definitely not an easy task for back in the day, of course. But 13 incredible obstacles. There are definitely some that are going to trick these guys up, but I think the thing is they've got the retries available, and we need to remember that this is the higher end of the kids division right here. We took the top 25% of athletes at the beginning of the season, and now we've whittled them down to just like 30 of them, who are the best of the best, who have earned the spot to come here for the kids division's Premier Series finals. It's absolutely brilliant to see.
Yeah, it is. They really have earned their spot here for sure. And all season long, we saw incredible performances, and especially in the male division, because there's always such a high level of skill in the competition. So everybody who made it here, they earned it.
All right, so then, a demo time. We have the catch and release, followed by the hourglass, which is essentially just wave runner. We move on through here. We have a trampoline that these athletes can rest on, moving along through that second wall. And now on the Great Wall of Nam, right here, after Nam Farm, one of our course designers on the Motus team. Couple of small rock holds onto a skyhook, which these guys swing off to, and this is what I'm excited to see, the prism tilt into the rolling hill. The mechanism of this prism tilt might trip up a few of our athletes. The rolling hill right here, a couple barrels you go over and jump off of as well. And then Iron Maiden, which is the You're Welcome obstacle out here, translated in Japanese, followed by Yogata out here, which is you take a ring, swing on up to a bigger ring, and then swing on through. Definitely a pop-through obstacle there. Brandon's favorite comes in on the balance here. No, this is, yes, here we go. The signs, I want to say. Moving along through here. Not a problem so far for our athletes. Nice, the little the cliff clapper, almost. No, that was Brandon's favorite. And now, obstacle 10 we're moving on to is the signs right here. Onto that green ledge. moving along that bar onto this ring. Following that is the dismount. Lovely stuff there. Now then, some bar tech. A nice little dipper emulation with some flying bar movements out here. And then the dismount immediately. Lovely stuff. And then the Book of Kevin. You can see a lot of power is going to be needed in the upper body. And at this point in the course, it's going to be a difficult one to try and solve because these athletes are going to be very pumped at the end of it. Using that final bit of power is going to be hard to do. But now the rolling salmon for the kids males, these guys are going to be utilizing the sides of it. For some of the older divisions, it's going to be a bar tech obstacle. But it's kind of like the rumbling dice in a way, where you have to incrementally take the roller down the track with small movements, but you really got to move quickly because the time is going to be running out at this point in the course. And that is our demo finish. Travis, our kids are going to love this one.
Yeah, this is going to be really fun. There's a lot of obstacles that aren't necessarily incredibly difficult by themselves, but you link them all together into this 13 obstacle course and it will compound the difficulty tremendously. So I'm excited to see how these athletes respond to this course, how they adapt to the course. And again, even seeing some of those last obstacles, they don't look super hard, super pumpy. And when we say pumpy, we mean, what gets you totally drained of your energy and strength. But at the end of the course, you're going to be really tired. So I've said it all season long, on a long course like this, energy conservation is huge. So starting off with using excessive energy or excessive strength, going through different obstacles, it can come back to bite you in the end. So you want to be super smart and super efficient, no wasted swings, no extra, time on a grip obstacle, etc. Because you really need every ounce of strength if you want to clear this course.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys really going to have to move on through quickly, particularly at the beginning of the course. I think as we move on through the course in terms of obstacles, if we get to like obstacle 9 or something and the athlete hasn't really taken that many breaks, that's good because they've gotten to the point of the course where a lot of the athletes are going to start to get tired. But if they haven't used that much time on the obstacles before it, then they're going to be able to utilize all their strength for the last few obstacles and hopefully have enough time to hit a buzzer at the end of it.
Yeah, and what I'm excited to see, even right from the get-go, Billy, typically the faster, stronger athletes are going later because they earned that spot in the placement course. But what I'm excited to see, the first few runners are pretty strong athletes who went out just a little early. They had some unexpected falls, and I'm really excited to see how they respond because as an athlete, you always go through those moments where something unexpected happens and you have to mentally come back and overcome that. And that is a huge part of the sport of ninja. So I want to really see these young athletes be able to do that. I hope that they can, because I know they're really talented and really strong. I hope they can just put that placement course behind them and really just come out from the get-go and do an incredible job with this challenge course.
Absolutely. Let's get the party started. Our final kids male challenge course of the season. Starting things out, Jude Pasick had an unfortunate fall on the placement course earlier, and that's going to ultimately have him running first. Right here, right now, 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the catch and release, keeping that momentum going. Lovely stuff. 3 minutes, 15 seconds now as he comes into the hourglass, taking that wide grip, trying to control the tilt of it.
Yeah, and again, you talked about this earlier in the rules, Billy, but what's nice on this challenge course, having 2 retries can really help the confidence of these athletes. Because if they do have an unexpected fall, it's not like, like that! I spoke too soon.
Very unexpected there from Jude Pasick. Gonna have to go back to the beginning of the hourglass obstacle and give it a second try. Sad part is about retrying an obstacle early, especially a long one like the hourglass. It can pump you out. It can make your arms a bit more tired than if you fall earlier on in the obstacle itself. So Jude, you're already shaking out. Really needs to channel in everything that he's got.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to really focus right now because as easy as this obstacle might look, it still is tricky. It still tests your grip strength, your finger strength, and now it's a mental thing too. Oh no!
Oh, he's down! Jude Pasick, unfortunately, down and out on the hourglass. I think on that on the second board on the left side. I don't know if it's the same for the right side, but there's a little ledge that these kids have to adapt to, and that can really play with their grip if they're not expecting it. So sadly, Jude gonna go out second time right there. But now we're gonna be moving on to Hank Sagao out here. This is just his second year of doing Ninja. Hank has shown so much dedication and skill and just keeps growing and learning. He won the, I want to say that's the Ninja Carolina League Championship on his rookie season for the ages 7 and under, and he got top 10 at Tier 2 Worlds last year. He has now risen up the ranks in Tier 1, where he is currently second in the Southeast region even, and 12th overall. And heading into the head-to-head championships earlier, he was 5th overall after winning the Southeast Regionals earlier on in the season. He qualified and got first place at Jump Twist Ninja in Florida. And now Henry is going to get onto the start line, coming out of Ninja Nation, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, Hank is definitely one of those that I wanted to see how he responded after his placement course run. Right now, he's looking super solid, super strong. But if you remember, he came up a little short on a dismount and unfortunately ended his run in the placement course. But right now, he is looking solid, Billy.
We can see definitely a lot of obstacles cleared from Hank right here on the Great Wall of Nam. He's coming along through. One hand over the other. Nice. Oh, no, the foot slip on the Wall of Nam. He's going to have to take a second attempt now for Hank.
Yeah, that's a tricky obstacle. You really need to have that really precise foot placement to jump out to that ring, and his foot just slipped off. Whoa, slipping again.
Did it again. Hold it.
Oh!
Yes, he's got it this time. It is on a hook, so he's got to be careful, and he's got it.
Yeah, he really had that by his fingertips, Billy.
Now then, onto the prism tilt. Having a bit of time here to set himself up for the rolling hill ascent. Good stuff now. Goes over the top. Gonna go down carefully and steadily. And he's off of it nicely. Now then, coming into the Northwest Passage.
Yeah, this is
Good
where...
job so far.
This is when, during the course, you can start to feel it. An obstacle doesn't look super hard by itself, but you're in this competitive environment and moment on this course run that it really can start pumping you out. And so we'll see how Hank responds. Looking good, though.
Here he goes. Lovely stuff there on your welcome. Now he's coming through to I'm Glad. Not a problem there as well. But he's glad to be past that one. And now he's going to be chalking up, getting ready for Brandon's favorite. A couple of diagonal triangle type trapezes out here. Unfortunately, just misses one hand there. Now he's out of retries, meaning if he takes a fall at any moment in this course, his run will be over. So Hank, going to take some deep breaths and get ready to go.
Yeah, this is where it gets really tricky from the mental standpoint, because you don't have any more retries. And that's actually a pretty big reach. You need a big swing. He was airborne for a long time.
Yes, and he's got it this time. Needs to have that cliff unlock, though. It will swing. Yes, nice linking dismount there, too. So now, 1 minute, 5 seconds for the signs. Henry coming in with a very fast pace, with only 4 more obstacles to go. Let's see how he's going to fare. Needs to catch onto that green ledge, which he's got onto that bar. Imagining he's on stage 3 of the TV show. And now he makes the dismount. Lovely stuff there. Now then, this is where it starts to get a bit more techie. The Black Diamond.
Yeah, I like what we're seeing, though, right now. This is probably the most technical obstacle, like you said. He has enough time that if he were able to go... Oh, no!
Beware the bar! Oh, wow, okay. Wow there, Hank Sagao unfortunately peels out after inserting the bar onto that dipper slider. And unfortunately, that's going to end his Premier Series journey. Had a couple of scares on the Great Wall of Nam, but was able to reach out. Did a very good job on the rest of the obstacles up to the Black Diamond. And unfortunately, wasn't able to power through just enough and hold on. That's going to put him on the board. He set the precedent and shown everyone what is expected for all the obstacles up to that point.
Yeah, he definitely did. I think he did a fantastic job making it to the 10th obstacle as the only second runner-up, and that's so hard when you haven't seen others go before you. So Henry did a really, really good job. And coming up next, though, we've got Joey Stone, who he was flying. He was on fire in the placement course and went down very unexpectedly quick. So I'm really excited and interested to see how he does right now.
He is definitely going to be wanting a fast time coming through this challenge course. Had an upset on the placement course, but he's going to be after a clear. This is a large possibility now. We could get a very early clear in the challenge course. So a lot of the athletes going after Joey are going to know what to expect.
Oh,
yes! What
that
a
was
skip
huge
from Joey Stone. That was immense. 22 seconds ahead of Hank to this point. Comes onto the prism tilt. Gonna get ready to transition it into the rolling hill right here. And no! Slips down the rolling hill. So he's gonna have to take another try.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say, Billy. That was such a huge move on the previous obstacle, but then getting messed up right here. You really need to just go for it. He went a little too up on his jump. Oh, there we go.
Yes, there we go. Digs his feet into the barrels on the hill, and he's now going to be descending it. Here he goes. The jump off of the third one, and he's all well and done there. A retry has been used right now, though, but that's not going to phase Joey. He needs to mentally be calm now, coming through the rest of this course. He's not even halfway through it yet, and he's got to really power it through.
Yeah, something that's so helpful on courses like this that you'd think is second nature, but sometimes not, is just continuing to breathe. You know, for these young athletes, they just need to stay calm, like you said, but keep breathing. Don't, when you're in the heat of the moment, sometimes you can almost hold your breath. Oh, it looked like he had some issues there for a second, but I don't think so.
Here he goes, hits the outside now. I think based off of a touch point, that's going to utilize one of his retries now. So he's got to get through this course completely clean, which he's more than capable of doing. But after that placement course fail, that really can't be in his head anymore. I think he's deep enough into this course where he knows what his intention must be coming into these signs.
Yeah, even though he has
through.
He has that mental challenge of knowing he doesn't have any retries, but I mean, look at that. He's got a minute and a half left. Joey could definitely pull this off, but obviously he has to be mistake-free.
Now then, he's up to the highest point of the course right now. A minute 18. Holds it, gets the placement on the bar. Joey Stone. Here he moves, dismounts, and now has two more obstacles left starting. No, with the Book of Kevin. Okay, starting from the platform this time on the Kevin Brecky original. He's going to thrust it back out here on the track, trying his best to move on through it. Joey, hopefully his grip isn't being taxed heavily now. He's going to try his best, take a massive dismount, which he gets. 45 seconds left to go for the salmon roll. Here he goes.
Yeah, and this is where it really comes down to this last moment. Hopefully he's got enough energy, enough strength. He's looking really, really solid. Let's see if he can get it.
He's locking off. This is brilliant right now, Travis. We're seeing a good technique be used out of him. 25 seconds. He's so close to the end of the course. And Joey Stone with the challenge course clear in the Premier Series finals. Look at that roar at the end.
Oh, man, that was incredible. Third runner up. Just like we were saying, wanted to see how he responded to an early exit on the placement course. Even though he had a small slip up right there, Joey put it all together. First clear of the day. That was a very solid clear as well. He is well deserving of all the celebration that we saw him after that buzzer.
That was absolutely brilliant. That was amazing. Our Ninja Strong sponsored athlete got first place at Empire Ninja earlier on in the season and also has a very good shot at getting first place in the finals now. But we have a lot of athletes left to go until that title is decided. Starting out with Andrew Manson, who got first place at Fit Set in Canada.
Yeah, well, in watching somebody like Joey go and clear that course, only the third runner up, typically you don't see that as often. And so it really is a help to the remaining athletes because they've already seen somebody clear this early on. So it can really help with their mental prep and strategy, Billy.
Absolutely. We see 3 minutes 15 for Andrew Manson. Trying his best to move on through. Taking some smaller jumps on the hourglass wave runner part of the obstacle right here. So we're going to see him try and get to the end of it in 3 minutes. Gets down onto the trampoline, needs to take a massive jump upward, which he's got.
Yeah, this is going to be a tricky right here. See, oh, he's got it. No problem.
Nice stuff. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Andrew Manson dismounts off of the hourglass coming into the Great Wall of Nam.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still blown away, Billy, with what we saw from Joey on this obstacle right now. Such a big, aggressive technique, and not to mention a time saver. But still, right now, Andrew's looking really solid, really calculated in all of his movements. He's doing a pretty good job.
Indeed so. He's a bit hung up on the skyhook, though. He's going to try and get a more straight-on swing. 2 minutes just over. He's going to try his best. Hopefully to get onto the platform now. A bit, yeah, not the best outcome there. So Andrew now going to take a retry to try his best now to give this obstacle a second go. Nice catch on those rocks. Is going to try and get a big jump onto that skyhook and try and straighten out his swing as quickly as possible. No! Yes, that's fine. Okay, now we pass the wall into the prism tilt.
Yeah, that is a tricky thing there, Billy, because some obstacles, obviously, all you have to do is land on a certain area and then, you know, whatever way you come off of it is okay. But then there are the times where you have to land on the platform. Anything else is no man's land. So that was one of those tricky moments. But Andrew doing a really good job right now. Nice dismount there.
Brilliant stuff right here from Drewski. His nickname on the back of his Edmonton, Canada gym shirt. 1 minute and 5 seconds as he descends through on these cannonballs. Needs to have a lot of strength to hold his weight down on impact there. But now coming into your welcome, going to take the ring, take a backswing to get onto this bigger ring.
Yeah, definitely doesn't have a lot of time. He's doing a really good job, but as far as being able to clear this course, Billy, he has less than just about 40 seconds.
Okay. Brilliant there across Yokata. And now he moves into Brandon's favorite. 30 seconds left to go now. Time is ticking. Andrew, he's shown that he has the power to clear the obstacles and make the moves just like that. But the time is ticking. He's got to maybe get through the next few obstacles a bit faster than usual. Based off of the 15 seconds he's got, he might only have enough time to get through the road signs. Here he goes.
Yeah, that clock is ticking down. He's got to go right now. No wasted swings. I don't know, Billy.
Unfortunately, as he grabs the bar, time expires right there. You could see he had a lot of power still left to give, but sadly he just wasn't fast enough to move through the course at an efficient pace to get deeper into it. And that's ultimately going to put Andrew Manson on the board right there, but still did an incredible job out here at the Premier Series Finals.
Yeah, Andrew did a really, really good job. He should feel proud of that effort, even though, you know, he was timing out. So still, great job to Andrew.
Okay, 31 more athletes left to go, with Calvin Johnston being the first out here. Calvin, coming out of Iowa, was an extra or an alternate from the Ninja U qualifier. Here we go now, stepping onto the start line. He's getting ready to go. Let's see him put on an absolute show out here on the final stage.
Something that I'm always impressed with, Billy, watching especially these young athletes that, because of their age, you know, they haven't done this as long as some other ninja competitors, how they handle the pressure, because there's a lot of pressure. I know that they're having fun out there, but there is a lot of pressure for a big competition like this, and they seem to handle it really, really well. So very impressive stuff. And right now, Calvin Johnson's going pretty slow, pretty methodically through this, but as long as he doesn't fall, you know, that it can work out really well for him. But the longer you're holding on these boards, the more your finger strength is getting taxed. So we'll see if that really affects him in a negative way, or if he can get through it no problem.
Here he goes. Takes the grab on the front side. He's going to have to make a dipping move in order to get his hands on the side of the hourglass now. So we're going to be seeing how good he can get on it. Yes! Gets the grab. He's got a lot of strength left to give. He's just got to get through this obstacle a bit faster now, and then he'll be able to move on through more within the time frame.
Yeah, well, even though he's got a little slower pace, I am impressed with what I'm seeing from Calvin right now. He looks like he's running his race, if you will, going about it the way... Oh, no!
Oh, just slipped off of the wall of Nam, sadly. So now his first retry is going to be utilized on the third obstacle right now. A running start is what he needs. Oh, what a save there from Calvin. Hangs on with one hand on that rock.
Oh my gosh, I think that's one of the best saves I've seen all day. That was impressive stuff. Wow.
Here he goes now, just under 100 seconds left to go now as he takes the backwards jump, but sadly at the end of the obstacle, he's going to take the grab out there. Brilliant stuff there from Calvin, very powerful.
Yeah, I think he's a little upset with that unexpected finish right there, but still one of the best saves I've seen. I think that speaks a lot, and just still keep your head up, Calvin. That was a great job.
Brilliant stuff right there. So now then, the first 5 have gone, already with a clear courtesy of Joey Stone. But now we're going to be having Murray Oliphant next up. We've got second place at Life Force, so we're going to be seeing how he goes on the challenge course out here at Motus now. It's going to be quite the ride to go here. The smoke goes up, ready for our Bellingham representative. And here we go, representing the Season 3 Premier Series jersey from Life Force. He's off and running.
Yeah, what's always interesting to see too, Billy, as the competitors progress, is just seeing how they adapt and how people's strategies kind of evolve from the first runners, because again, inevitably things work out a little different than you expected in your mind. And so seeing how these athletes start tackling some of these obstacles differently than the earlier runners is always interesting to see. But Murray's looking really solid right now on these hourglasses, and yeah, I like what I'm seeing so far.
Here he moves now then. 2 minute 45, an okay pace. Grabs onto those rocks. I'm going to carefully move to the left side now and try his best to get the backwards jump necessary on that ring, and he's got it. Lovely.
Yeah, he did a great job right there, transitioning the right foot onto that hold and even changing his grab with his hands to be able to better position himself for that jump to that ring.
Brilliant stuff right now then. Murray coming into the rolling hill and the prism tilt first off. Getting a good scope of the physics of it, because it's not necessarily one of the most normal obstacles that people see in Ninja. He's a bit close to the edge, but he has got it all well and good there. Climbs over the top of the hill and is now going to descend from it.
Yeah, what's neat about that obstacle, it's not necessarily the hardest obstacle, but it's kind of a mental obstacle, because it is just different than what you're used to, and even can be a bit scary at first. But once you go for it, you realize, oh, this really is not that hard, but it's a good mental challenge.
Indeed, so we're seeing here more mental challenges here from Murray. Good stuff right there out of the Northwest Passage. He's coming into You're Welcome now. A minute 15. Getting ready to go. taking that large backswing and reaches out predominantly with one hand. He's going to take another backswing and get ready for the dismount, which he's gotten. No retries as of yet. Going to be coming through Yokata now, which he's got without a problem. 55 seconds now for Brandon's favorite. Opts to not chalk up for this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that choice to not take chalk comes back to bite him, because on an obstacle like this, you want to have as grippy of a grab as possible. Oh no!
Ooh, just down there with 35 seconds left. That's going to be his first retry used on this course. So now, going to try his best to move on through, especially considering that this is quite a long lane as well. If he's running out of grip, then he might want to chalk up after this, ready for the road signs if he were to make it past here. See if he can get this jump second time around. Well, yes, he does. Lovely. Taking more swings needed here. Trying his best to get a good grasp onto that cliff. Dangles from it, wants to get the dismount to clear it, which he's got, but time is going to expire right before the road signs now. And that is it for Murray Oliphant. That's going to put him in fourth.
Yeah, that was still a really good job from Murray. Ultimately, just a little bit too slow of a pace, but he still did a really good job, showed a lot of strength and poise. Whenever you see somebody go down on an obstacle, but then come back and clear it, that's always a great thing to see. Because sometimes it can be such a challenge, again, that we've already talked about, have an unexpected mistake to be able to overcome that. That was really good from Murray.
Now then, Liam Bass coming through now out of Ultimate Ninjas in St. Louis. He's getting ready to go. He also trains out of the barn too. Coming out of Missouri, he competed at the Motus qualifier and he's now here at the finals. And he's running through. Taking on a very large obstacle here. The wingspan going to have to be utilized to its best potential out here. Going to try his best. Gets to the end of the first board. Going to jump on down to that trampoline. Shake out. Get ready to go for the second. Yes, he's got it.
Oh!
Oh! Unfortunately, goes back down. Slaps himself in the head, sadly. So we're going to be seeing now him shaking out. It is quite a difficult obstacle for it to be the second place as well. In the grand scheme of this course, you really need to know how to master your body awareness, I think.
Yeah,
and you want to get through this obstacle fast.
What we saw from Liam, he tried a really big, aggressive move. Basically, oh, nice, he got it that time. The first time he went even a little deeper into that hourglass, and it was just ultimately too far. But right now, he's looking like he made proper corrections and looking strong.
Absolutely, that's the one right there. Lovely stuff. 2 minutes, 22 seconds now, getting ready for the Great Wall of Nam. Getting ready, sizing himself up. Grabs onto a rock with his left hand and is now going to orientate himself and boulder along it.
Yeah, I will say, with this being just the third obstacle, it does look like Liam is starting to breathe a little heavy. That's why it's really important to try as best as possible. Oh no!
Unfortunately, going to take his second out of 2 retries right now. Liam on the bubble. Tries to go for the skip as a last-ditch effort there, but sadly he's down and out. Liam Bass out on the Great Wall of Nam, sadly. Nice comeback on the hourglass, but sadly couldn't have enough power, unfortunately enough, to get onto that skyhook on either the intended route or the skip. So that's going to put him in 5th right there. We still have got 28 runners left to go, with our next being Bennett Peffley.
Yeah, I will say, when you have to use a retry, typically, unless time is a factor, you want to go with a little safer approach instead of the more aggressive approach. So, unfortunately, that fell short for Liam, but he still did a good job. Just getting here is a hard thing. We'll see, though, how Bennett Peffley does right here.
Using one hand after another to get close to the end of that bar. He needs to try his best to dismount, and he's got it. Bennett is now going to climb on up, coming out of Motus. Gonna try his best to jump up, and he's got that. Gets the massive dip on the outward side, and is now trying his best now to move on through it with as little pain as possible. Gonna opt to go for this trampoline now, which is a good sign of his.
Oh!
Unfortunately goes up for only one side of the second hourglass, which ultimately caused it to tip.
Yeah, I think Bennett's the first athlete we've seen going for the front side of both of these boards instead of going immediately to the outside. And if you do that, unless your weight is equally distributed, it's really, really tricky. And unfortunately, that's what Bennett just experienced. But we'll see if he can get it on try number 2.
Now then, here he goes. Try his best to learn from his mistakes. Nice. Gets his hands even. Oh, but unfortunately on the outward bound there. Sadly couldn't get the grab. Nearly had it. We could see here. Very, very good stuff. All the way up to here. Got his revenge on the jump up to it. But his fingertips slightly just gave way, which ultimately caused him to go down, sadly. That's going to put Bennett in 8th. As we move on to our next competitor, which is going to be Caden Bergman. Another one of our Motus athletes. Getting ready to go.
Yeah, what do you think, Billy? Have you been surprised seeing so many athletes having issues right here on this hourglass?
I am not particularly, honestly. I mean, I am and I'm not, to be honest with you, because I think in the grand scheme of this course, having this obstacle second is quite a daunting task because it requires a lot of strength right away. But then again, these kids, they are they're physically small, aren't they? So they really have to utilize all their wingspans. Like Caden right here, 4'5" wingspan. Not the easiest to deal with on an obstacle that requires a lot of it. But now he's past it. He's able to utilize his body in different ways, in different obstacles. On the Great Wall of Nam, utilizing his bouldering skills to turn over to that skyhook, which he's got. Lovely.
Yeah, he's looking really solid right now. Looks like he has really having no issues at all. And yeah, Bennett looks in control of this run for sure.
Getting onto the other side of the prism tilt currently. Onto the rolling hill, but the barrel rolls at the bottom, but he saved it. That was dangerous, but he's still okay.
Yeah, a bit of a scary moment there. He made the jump, but you know, you could just see it in your head sliding down as those barrels rolled, but wound up being no issues for Bennett.
Here he goes. Good stuff right there. Lovely stuff. And now he's going to come along through here. Getting ready to go for You're Welcome. Getting the swing on through here. Getting the reach out. And nice stuff coming along through. Caden getting the dismount there. And is now coming along over Yokata. And now a minute and a half onto Brandon's favorite.
Yeah, he's looking really good. And yeah, this is Caden. We were saying Bennett, our apologies. Yeah, Caden's looking really strong. Let's see if he can get a big enough swing here, though.
Here we go.
Oh!
Unfortunately goes down there. Has a nasty peel out on that second triangle. Just wait a second there. Go back down. Okay, nice. Until the time sets off again. We're getting ready to go. Resetting stuff. Here he goes. Taking the backswing. He's got a lot of power coming into this second one. Here he goes. Can he get it this time? Yes, he can. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's really good. You know, sometimes when you have a big fall, too, that is yet another mental obstacle that these athletes have to overcome. It's not easy to get back up after you basically wipe out pretty big. So that was a great job by Caden. And yeah, he's right back on track.
Here he goes, 35 seconds onto the signs now. Taking the swing off of the bar, traversing onto the ring now. He's trying his best to move on upward onto the second road sign. No, he doesn't. He skips it down. I keep forgetting that the landing platform is closer. My bad.
Well, he only has 12 seconds left. This is going to be tough. He's got to go right now if he wants to clear this obstacle.
Oh, unfortunately, couldn't get a bigger jump in order to get the bar higher up on the track. So sadly, he's going to have to take a retry here with time ticking. He's going to have to go for it. Unfortunately, misses again, and that's going to be it for Caden.
Yeah, still, though, that was a really great run. We haven't seen anybody get that deep into the course for quite a few athletes, so really, really good. He had a couple close calls, but some great saves right there. We saw him fall, but got it on try number 2. So still, really good, impressive, solid run.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff there. Love to see it. Ignore the fact that it's Bentley in third, or Bennett even. It is Caden. But now we have Thomas Schlitt coming out of the Motus qualifier from earlier on in the year. And let's see how he fares coming into the Motus finals now.
Well, and right now, this point of the competition, Billy, we've had a number of runners go. It's a really good spot to be in for some of these athletes, even if we haven't seen very many clears. I mean, we've only seen one, but you've had plenty of time to watch different types of strategies, different techniques, and so really we should start seeing, I think, some deeper finishes, if not even more clears here pretty soon.
Precisely so. We're going to be seeing now Thomas taking the 180 back jump there, and he's got it. 2 minutes 45 there as he dismounts accordingly. As he gets ready to go for the combo of the prism tilt, bounds onto it. And now tries to go upward over here onto the rolling hill. Doesn't let any of the barrels spin out from underneath him.
Yeah, I really like what we're seeing right now from Thomas. He looks very smooth. Well, a little slip there, but no issues for him. Yeah, he looks really in control. Looks very calm and poised.
Indeed, he does. We can see 2 minute 10 coming through onto your welcome. Nice back power onto the ring. Swinging back and forth to get onto the dismount platform, and he's got it. 1 minute 55 over Yokata. He's glad to be over that one. And now 1 minute 50 as he now moves along through into Brandon's favorite.
Yeah, I like what he has been doing so far, his approach. But we'll see. This right here, Brandon's favorite, has been a deceptively hard obstacle. Wow! I thought he might peel off there, but wow, good grip.
Doing very well so far. Grabs onto the cliff. No retries used as of yet. This is a very good pace to be on too, with 4 more obstacles left coming into the signs.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good, Billy. If he could just keep a steady pace, he could come close to finishing this course. It's going to be tight, though. He's going to have to keep it going without any wasted time, though.
Here he goes now, Thomas. Gonna try his best on the Black Diamond. Only Joey Stone has gotten past this so far. A lot of bar tech required coming up into this obstacle. A wide grip is preferable, so you have a lot more control, but the right side of the bar doesn't go into the track.
Yeah, this is one of those obstacles that it's obviously very technical, and you have to have a big level of aggressiveness because, I mean, let's be honest, it's probably a bit scary for some of these particularly young athletes. You really have to commit and go for it. So yet another mental challenge.
Oh, but unfortunately, again, couldn't make it happen, sadly, for Thomas Schlitt. But that's going to put him in second, our non-fastest finisher of the day so far on the challenge course. Had a very good run-up to the bar tech, I think. Having a look at that again, he had a very, very sad point there. He was very close. I just don't think he was far enough. He didn't reach his arms out more.
Yeah, he really was looking good. I thought he even had a chance to potentially clear, but like I was saying, you really need to be aggressive and just jump hard for that bar placement, but still, great job.
Right then, Julian Freitas coming through out of Vitality Obstacle Fitness, one of the strongest teams of athletes in the world of Ninja. Now 3 minutes and 17 seconds coming through onto the hourglass. Had a good dismount there as he now takes the trampoline jump. Up, ooh, just tilts over to the left a bit too much there. Gonna have to take his retry.
I'm curious, Billy. I'm wondering if all of these athletes truly know that there's a lip in the middle of that hourglass, which, you know, if they don't, it just shows you really have to be paying attention, obviously, prior to your run. But I would imagine Julian's going to make the necessary corrections right here.
Here he goes, going upward. Yes, gets it a bit more stable this time, which is necessary for him to get on through. Now we're 2 minutes and 40 seconds. He takes the dismount and has got it this time. Okay, the Great Wall of Nam beckoning now for Julian. He's going to take his left leg first. Good, and then transitions accordingly. And now... Oh no! He tried to get a one-handed grab there. It looks like he didn't have enough power jumping off of those rocks. I think a bit more knee power, particularly, is going to help him out.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like, I don't know if he was concerned that his foot might slip off of that, but yeah, definitely. Oh, way to go.
Yes. There we go. Brilliant stuff there from Julian, as he's now coming through 2 minutes and 5 seconds onto the Prism Tilt Rolling Hill combo. Solid job as he gets off of the tilt, coming onto the rolling hill. Gonna now have to go down it. He's got no more retries either. He's gonna have to take this jump in one turn, and he's got it. Lovely.
Yeah, he's looking really, really good. I think that's such a fun obstacle. Again, not necessarily the hardest, but a little bit of a mental challenge. And again, a throwback to early Sasuke competitions. I can remember so many people just sliding down that thing into the water there in Japan. But these athletes having no issues with it.
Brilliant stuff here from all these guys. Julian now coming through. Brilliant stuff to be past that one. And now Julian is now setting himself up, getting ready for Brandon's favorite with 69 seconds left on the clock. Taking a backswing and then a front swing to gather his momentum accordingly. Here he goes. Gets the jump and hangs on. Very close to the middle, but now opts to go down onto the handles, which is kind of optimal actually, because you get a bit more power and you're a bit lower on the obstacles as it is. So you have more momentum on the cliff. Love it.
Yeah, that was actually really impressive from Julian going through there, because he had such a big swing. He caught like almost at the very top of that hold, and so that's not easy to do. So really good job.
Here he goes on the signs. 28 seconds. He's got enough time to get through this obstacle with the right amount of swings. Here he goes, trying his best, gets on down. Now, around the same time as Caden Bergman, he's going to try his best to get a bit of Bartek on the show here for the Black Diamond. Here he goes, the jump up there. He got it into the slot, but sadly peels out, and that is going to finish his run. Brilliant stuff there from Julian.
Yeah, I really loved it. You know, he didn't have a lot of time left, but he's like, hey, I'm going for this. And he was pretty aggressive, just wasn't able to hold on to that bar. So really good stuff, though, from Julian. He should feel real good about that run.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff all around these guys so far. We're seeing basically half of the people on the leaderboard getting to the Bartek, which is brilliant to see. But now, coming out of Rock City Ninja, qualifying there this year, is Ira Vegert. He trains out of Ninjas United in Maple Grove, Minnesota. His nickname is Long John Ninja because he likes to wear Long John underwear in his daily attire. He took first place in the FINA Ninja versus Ninja Season 6 and third place in the National USA competition for Ninja last year. He plays football, board games, golf. He also reads and plays video games. Let's see if he can level up obstacle by obstacle here.
Yeah, he's looking good. A little conservative, I would say, right now for his pace. But again, whatever you need to do to not fall. So pretty good. Looks like he's trying to figure this out, though.
Yeah, we can see 2 minutes, 45 seconds now. Doing an okay job. He's going to opt to jump off of that one rock at the bottom there, which works for him. Lovely stuff. 2 minutes 30 now, as he's now going to transition into the Sasuke combo of the Prism Tilt and the Rolling Hill. Ooh,
Oh!
slides off the beginning of the Prism Tilt, however. Gonna have to take a retry here. And catches on to the top of it. Is now gonna have to climb over and deal with it as if it's some kind of skateboard almost.
Oh,
but unfortunately, couldn't get high enough on the Rolling Hill. That is gonna be it for him. Sadly looked like he bumped his stomach into the edge of one of the barrels, so hopefully he's okay. But still, awesome stuff right there from Ira, making a comeback on the ascent up that Prism Tilt, but did a very solid job there. Brilliant. That's going to put him on the board right there. And now coming into Will Loeffler, coming through out of Steel City Ninja.
Yeah, it looked like on that last run, Ira maybe knocked the wind out of himself a little bit. Hopefully he'll be okay. But yeah, Will, we've seen some solid stuff from Will this season. So I'm really excited to see how he handles this challenge course right now.
Yeah, he moves 3 minutes and 13 seconds as he dismounts onto the trampoline. Comes out of Mars, Pennsylvania. Moving like he's from Mars. This is brilliant. Very floaty movements out here. And 3 minutes coming into the Great Wall of Nam. Makes the catch onto those rocks and is moving along through very smoothly.
Oh!
Hey, another one-handed swing right there. Brilliant catch out of Will. Let's see if the Prism Tilt has any tricks up its sleeve.
Yeah, that was a really impressive one-handed grab. You know, he was not... Oh, no!
Ooh, unfortunately takes a tumble trying to transition into the Rolling Hills. Let's see how it fares with him now.
Yeah, I gotta say, this Prism Tilt all of a sudden causing some issues for some of these athletes. I'm a little surprised.
Me too here. We're seeing a lot of our athletes not completely understand the physics of it. It looks like you have to go onto the Rolling Hill whilst the other side of it is as flat as possible. So then you have a bit more leverage on your pressure on your feet there. And it looks like Will mastered it on his second time around, which is brilliant to see. And with 2 minutes left on the clock, he's coming through on the Northwest Passage.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting some chalk, kind of shaking out a little bit. I'm wondering if he's starting to get a little tired. He definitely needs a lot of grip strength still for what is yet to come. So we'll see how Will handles the rest of this course. Oh!
Ooh, wanted to go for a one-handed swing there. He's going to give it another try and gets it on his second attempt here. Let's have a go at the dismount. One more backswing probably necessary. Yeah, he's got it. Coming through your kata right now. Brilliant stuff. Brandon's favorite coming along through now. He's going higher on the triangle to get a bit more height on his swing and comes on through to the second one. And is now...
that was really good because I kind of felt like maybe his grip strength is starting to get a little tired, but you need a lot of strength to be able to make that grab, and it looked like it was no issues for him.
The 53 seconds now as he's trying his best to get some momentum onto the first of the road signs here. Needs to grab onto that first green ledge, which he has got. He's got the bar. Nice. Brilliant stuff there from Will. Takes the cross grip now coming into the dismount platform. Lovely stuff there. 30 seconds now to come into some Black Diamond action.
Yeah, so he's actually looking a little better than the last several athletes to get this far. He's got a little bit more time, not much. He's really going to have to go big. Oh.
Ooh, doesn't get enough height there to grab onto the, to get the bar onto the track. He's going to really have to dig deep and jump up and commit fully.
Yeah, like we've said, there's probably a bit of intimidation at play with this obstacle. They really need to leap out far.
Unfortunately, you could see his hands, his elbows were kind of at a lock-off. When you're at a bar jump like that, you really need to have your arms fully extended at a certain angle in order to place it into the track. So we're seeing a lot of our athletes just come up a bit short in that department. But we could see Will on that run get a good redemption on the Prism Tilt and the Rolling Hill combo. Now we're going to be seeing Cade Smith out here, who qualified at Arc, got 5th place at that competition, and is now going to be moving through now. Let's see how he fares.
Yeah, I think already I kind of like the level of confidence that Cade is showing. I think he's looking very poised in his course run right now. We'll see if he can make this adjustment. Oh!
Very close call there on his left hand.
Really.
You could see, ooh, he's very scaring us a little bit on that wave runner. But now Cade is going to be moving along through the Great Wall of Nam. Wants a bit of a push back and a bit of a run up as well.
Yeah, there were definitely several close calls there on that last obstacle, but he was able to hang in there and make the proper adjustments, so good job.
Now then, good stuff onto that grab, and now then Cade Smith coming onto the Prism Tilt. A Sasuke original out here, gets over to the top of it. Now needs to understand that when it goes up, you know how it swings back and forth. When it tips up, that's the best time to go, and he gets it at exactly the right time. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was a good...
Lansford on the sideline, his coach, taking him through these obstacles. Cade doing a very good job of it. Aged A out of Colorado Springs doing very well so far, Travis.
Yeah, definitely. He had a great grab on that Great Wall. Or sorry, not the Great Wall, the Rolling Hill. It looked like he was maybe going to slip out, but his hand strength able to hold him in there. So, oh, I like that right there.
Yes, nice, a bit of power there. Coming along through and dismounting. That's going to save him a bit of time coming into these next few obstacles on the second half of this challenge course.
Yeah, and again, that's another example of why it's helpful to go later, because if I was a competitor still to come and I see somebody do an obstacle that way, that totally helps me change my strategy, because you can see that it's definitely doable if you're aggressive enough. And yeah, Cade's looking really good right now.
Nice approach there. Already conserving a bit of momentum from running back with the bar in hand. Cade, 1 minute and 10 seconds now. He's very dead on. He's got a straight approach to the dismount platform, and this is very good for him right now. Tricks on down. Now has a minute to try out this bar tech. He's really going to have to jump high for this one.
Yeah, he's looking good, though, time-wise. The last several competitors have ranged between 10 and 20 seconds when they get to this point. So if he's aggressive enough, he could do this. Good. Changing to mixed grip.
Yes! That's the one. He's in the dipper. Needs to be careful for it to not slide out from behind him. He's got to get enough momentum, however, to take it back upward. He's going to take a strategical drop. I think what he knows is that he needs a bit of momentum going into this obstacle. So we're going to see now if he can avenge it. He had the right idea. He has a bit of a wider grip now, a bit more control. And, oh, unfortunately couldn't get the dismount there. I could hear the reactions from the crowd having the sound right after he tried the dismount. I like the idea, though. That does save a bit of time. I wasn't sure how close he was to the end of it, though, so we're going to see soon enough, surely, a couple more athletes take it on.
Yeah, well, and that again just shows how difficult this course is, because that is a very tricky technical obstacle so late in the course when you're tired. And he tried his best, but it wound up being just a little bit much, but still, great job.
Brilliant stuff so far. Jameson Blancard coming along through out of Mesa, Arizona, qualified at the ARC competition, I want to say. And he's moving along very good right here. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock as he is in the halfway point of the hourglass. Gonna need a large bit of momentum. Ooh, hands a bit out of order there onto that ledge, but he's avenged himself. Brilliant stuff there. And now he's going to be focusing on dismounting over. And now gets along through onto the Great Wall of Nam.
Whoa, good save right there.
Yeah, even with a bit of a slip, he was able to stay on top of the step on the obstacle there. So we're going to be seeing him take the dismount here now, right as the skyhook ejects itself from the hook it was on. But now the prism tilt coming along through, diving over it, essentially trying to get his lower body in play as well, taking a bit of time to get over it. He's going to have to try and go at the right point. It didn't have that much momentum, the tilt did, but he's still fine. He's on the rolling hill.
Yeah, again, we've talked about it all day. This obstacle is not super tricky.
Oh, no!
no!
He falls back! The head and his back and his shoulders basically just fell backwards, so he's going to have to go from the top of the rolling hill and try that again.
Yeah, what I was saying, it's not a super tricky obstacle, but it's just different than what a lot of these athletes, I'm sure, are used to, and can kind of be it's a head game that you have to kind of play to overcome that.
Ooh,
but he got it.
Hand over hand there. You can see, I think his strength might be a tiny bit taxed right now. We can see Jameson trying his best to skip things as much as possible, and he's shaking a bit when he's fully locking off. So I think a shake out of his arms at some point soon enough might be necessary. But he's going straight in to your welcome right here. Ooh, had a reach out there, and is getting it on its comeback. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good job holding on after he missed that first grab attempt. Coming back in that backswing one-handed, that is a very tricky and sometimes dangerous proposition, but no problem for Jameson.
Okay, here we go. Brandon's favorite now is next up for Jameson. Trying his best to get enough swing. Ooh, just whiffs it with both of his hands there. So he's going to have to take his last retry out of 2 that he's able to have on this challenge course. See how he fares second time around.
I do wonder if he is running out of strength, like you said, Billy, because he probably needed an extra swing, but he went for it that last time, probably to save some energy, and it backfired. We'll see if he can get it here. Nice!
Yes, there we go. Jameson getting the grab this time. And now has to go to that cliff, has to carry the momentum from the last jump. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Brilliant. Now then, 20 seconds for the signs. If he moves very quickly, he could get it.
Yeah, he definitely has to go quick if he wants to at least clear this obstacle, but 10 seconds, I don't know, this is going to be tight. He's got to go.
He's got the ring. One more dismount, and then he's got another point. Oh, but just misses it at the very end. He could have gotten another one. But still, smile on his face. He knows he's done well. Brilliant stuff right there from Jameson Blancard.
Yeah, he should feel really proud of himself. You could see there were some things that he wasn't sure about, maybe some obstacles he had never done, but he was able to overcome those, and in the end just ran out of time. But looked like he had a great time out there, so great job to Jameson.
Okay then, coming out of Austin Ninjas right here is Declan Manley. Coming out of Jonestown, Texas, he qualified at ARC, got 3rd place. He's going to try his best to move on through with a solid pace right here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds now as he boots himself into the hourglass. Here he moves, nice, really close on those fingertips there on that jump up to it. But he's still making very big jumps there. That's the key on the hourglass. You need to make sizable jumps in every move that you do.
Yeah, I totally agree, Billy. Obviously that obstacle is very much like the old school unstable bridge, and I learned early on with that, the fewer steps, the better. Because if you take a lot of hops, you just are wasting energy and wasting energy. So Declan making short work of that obstacle and the rest of this so far.
Here he goes onto the prism tilt now. He's on the back side of it. Ooh, but just crashes out onto the rolling hill. He's going to have to take the first of his 2 retries onto the prism tilt rolling hill combo.
Yeah, hopefully, I think he'd be a little better off doing a 1-foot jump technique versus a 2-foot jump. We'll see if he can make the proper corrections right here.
He did a jump, but just one more step than probably necessary for Declan. Still very good stuff right there. Very, very good on the hourglass as well. I appreciate the fast movements there, but the prism tilt, I think he stepped off it a bit too low, which ultimately led the prism tilt to go back a bit more. So the higher you jump off of it, the better.
Yeah, and it just goes to show that you never know what obstacle you might go down on, even ones that haven't been too troublesome, but still, Declan should feel really good. He was looking strong and fast, and now it's Benjamin Hernandez-Gonzalez.
Right, here we go. 3 minutes and 20 seconds now as he's trying his best to shimmy across and jumps on down to the trampoline and jumps back up to the second hourglass. Tries to take a look to where the ledges might be. That's a smart play, to be honest with you, and very efficient moving across the top of it as well. Well done to Benjamin.
Yeah, he seems a little... Oh no!
Sadly goes down and slips off there.
I was saying he's looking a little more calculated than some of the other athletes we've seen, kind of sizing up each obstacle, which can be good, but also can be a bit of a time killer. But obviously, oh no!
Oh, another fall right there for Benjamin, sadly. That's going to be it for him. He had one hand on that sky hook, and that is going to be it for his Premier Series season, all the way over to the finals right there. That first slip on that step on the wall probably did him in, sadly. He had two hands on it there as well, but the fingertips just couldn't get it. So now we're going to be moving on to around as the second half, I want to say, of our kids right here. We have still got 19 more to go. We're going to be starting out with Andrew Gage, I want to say this is. Yeah, here we go. We got Andrew coming in next. Yeah, okay, there we go. Coming out of Midwest Warrior Academy. He qualified, got 4th place at Motus right here. So he has the experience of being at this amazing facility. And now we're going to be seeing how he fares on the finals courses now.
Yeah, definitely. He's looking good, looking a little cautious, but again, sometimes there's a lot of wisdom in that. So he's looking good. I would like to see him go through this with as few hops as possible. He's looking, that's pretty, that, you know, it's not the fastest, but still looking good from Andrew right now.
Yeah, very good stuff so far. Swings on down. Andrew Gage coming along through. Onto the Great Wall of Nam. Going to take a bit of time to go back and get a run up whilst he can. Yes, good grab onto that rock. Here he goes, trying his best to orientate his hands in a way that he sees fit. Interesting way he might go about it here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Getting one hand on that bottom rock. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, again, that was good correction there. It looked like he was going to first try a different technique that might not have had favorable results. But that's why, again, it's so important to have your game plan before you run your course, because when you're out there, it's really hard to figure it all out. So good job, though, so far from Andrew.
Almost let the rolling hill slip him down the slide there. But now he's going to be coming into the descent with the jump in just a second. Climbing down and jumps off to safety. Brilliant.
Taking a little break, getting some chalk. That is a wise move, especially if he's getting a little tired or feeling like that grip strength is waning a little bit. It's going to help him just that much more.
Yes, brilliant stuff there. Now then, coming into your welcome. Taking the large backswings necessary, pushing along through here. A minute 20, pushes out there. Going back and forth, getting ready to shift on through. Yes, and gets the platform down there. Goes into I'm glad, not a problem. And now he's going to be chalking up to get ready to go for Brandon's favorite.
Yeah, we'll see how Andrew does right here. If you kind of looked at his face, it looked like maybe he's getting a little tired. He's going to have to be really aggressive on this swing with a fast, quick grab. Nice.
That's the one we needed. 45 seconds now. As he's trying to push on through here. Difficult task to grab onto that cliff, but he's got it. Swings on down over to the road signs now. He's got 30 seconds. It's an okay pace to be at, but I think time is definitely running out, especially if he's waiting for quite a while. So with just under 20 seconds now, he's going to try his best to get onto that first board. Gets it.
Yeah, and if he is getting a bit tired, this is always the tricky part as a ninja athlete when your strength is waning and failing out on the course. It's so hard, takes so much grit and digging deep. Come on.
Gets the dismount, but time is going to sadly expire from his grasp right there, and that's going to put him on the board. Well done to Andrew Gage right there. Got through 10 obstacles. Brilliant stuff. Had a close call on that rolling hill as well, but he's okay.
Yeah, I love seeing that when there's a close call, but again, whether it's making a split-second decision to change a technique or just really digging deep to save it, it's good stuff, and great job from Andrew.
Here we go now for Julian Wood coming out of Jungle Gym. He got second place at the jump twist qualifier in Florida. And now here he moves into the hourglass. Got very good hair, I'll give him that. It's a very good... I love the shirt as well. Here he goes. The fashion sense out of Julian today is absolutely astonishing.
Ooh.
Nice jump up there. That's the intended way to do it on the shows, and that's the way he does it on this challenge course. So we're going to be seeing him dismounting in relatively quick time here. And he's got it. Lovely stuff. As he now moves on through into the Great Wall of Nam. He's looking for a faster pace than most of the other athletes here, it looks like.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, Billy, I love watching... Ooh, nice grab. I love
nice
watching...
save there from Julian.
Watching how he used that trampoline going immediately into that second hourglass. Really, really impressive, because we haven't seen anybody do it like that yet.
Here we go, Julian Wood. Gonna swing back and forth on this prism tilt. Jumps, but the rolling hill sadly slides from beneath him. Now he's gonna take a second attempt. He's a backyard legend, is Julian. He can turn anything into an obstacle, from fences to palm trees. He's a Florida boy. His favorite pastime is catching lizards. So let's see if he can catch a jump onto the rolling hill here. He's got it. Nice bound up. Doesn't leave too much pressure on that bottom barrel. And now he's going to be descending it.
Yeah, again, we've said it all day, all season, but when one of these athletes has an issue and they go down, they have to use a retry. I love watching them come back and get victory over it, and he made short work of that obstacle.
Very good stuff from Julian Wood currently. Onto your welcome, taking a massive backswing over into the giant rings here. You're going to take only one backswing and then dismount accordingly. Run over these dominoes. Out here. Lovely jubbly. And now he's coming into Brandon's favorite.
I like what we're seeing from Julian from a time perspective. If he can get through this without too many extra swings, he's going to be looking pretty good.
Absolutely. A very, very efficient pace so far that he's been at. Even with that retry on the Prism Tilt Rolling Hill. He's doing okay, all things considered. So now we're going to be seeing him on the road signs. He doesn't look that pumped, in all fairness.
Yeah, he's looking really well conditioned. And again, that's part of this challenge course. It really shows who has been putting in the work, who's been training, who is prepared for this. And Julian's looking very, very, very good.
This is brilliant so far from Julian. 33 seconds now for the Bartek. If he gets past this obstacle, that'll immediately put him into second place. Gets the bar onto the track. We love to see it. Oh, but unfortunately, it looks like he judged himself by not having enough momentum left to thrust the bar upward and into the flying bar cradle. So we're going to be seeing him take a different approach to it now.
Yeah, well, like we said earlier, you really have to go immediately.
Oh, he got one side onto it, but his left-hand side sadly couldn't get high enough. But it was a very good effort there from Julian Wood. Had a very efficient run, one of the most well-calculated approaches we've seen to the obstacle so far today.
Yeah, I agree, Billy. There were some things that we haven't seen anybody else do so far. Obviously, there were a few little slip-ups here and there, but really, really good, aggressive run. And I loved watching him try this. He just came up a little short. He got one side into that cradle, but ultimately couldn't get both sides. But way to go. That was really good, Julian.
Very, very good stuff there. That's going to put him onto the top 5 currently. We've got a lot more to come still. We have got around 15 athletes now, or 17 athletes left to go. Avon Costello out of Team Vitality being the first of them. He got 4th place at the Ascend qualifier. At Ascend and Vitality, for the matter of fact. It is a very, very fast pace to go. They train a lot of speed, a lot of tech. So that can definitely help out Avon on a course like this. Here he goes now, coming into the Great Wall of Nam. Ooh, takes a surprise slip off of that rock hold there. So now Avon gonna have to try his best again here. He's on the wall, digging his feet into the steps, pays off for him. And now just needs to take the turn back around now for Avon Costello. Gets the grab on the ring and links that dismount brilliantly. Coming into the prism tilt and the rolling hill now. Gets the jump onto the tilt. Now is trying to handle its momentum. He might want to have it whilst it's swinging, maybe not. Well, he's got it while it's not swinging. Nice jump from the middle of it. And is now climbing over the rolling hill and is going to be descending it in just a second now. There he goes. Takes the dismount downward. Coming up the northwest passage. Now, nice even pattern and timing going upward. Now he's doing the descent on the cannonballs. Love it. Coming into You're Welcome out here, one of our Japanese named obstacles. Here he goes. Nice jump here. Links out with 2 minutes left to go. Here he moves now. Travis, this is a very good type of run that we're seeing here. Avon has had to use only 1 retry so far on the wall of Nam, but he's still doing very good considering he's got just under 100 seconds left coming into the signs.
Yeah, definitely. Even that last obstacle, just the way that he went through it, one of the smoothest, I would say, out of anybody we've seen today. Maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. So really, really good stuff right there. And not only does that help you from a time perspective, but again, it helps you from a strength perspective, because the faster you can get through an obstacle, the more strength you have for the end.
You can see now over a minute to try things out bar tech wise. So let's have a look and see how he's going to fare here. We've only seen Joey Stone at the beginning of this division clear it so far. We still have a lot more opportunities to see it be done. He's got the bar in there. And he didn't have enough momentum to get onto the platform fully, so he's got a good idea of what he needs to do.
Yeah, that definitely, it's the most aggressive approach to this obstacle, not the originally created way that they meant for you to do it, but if you can make it work, then great. Let's see if he tries it again.
Oh, one side off the left-hand side. Sadly, didn't have enough control to get it in there. But that was a very, very good approach there. Unfortunately, took a tumble off of the Great Wall of Nam at the beginning. But from there, it was smooth sailing all the way up to the first, onto the Black Diamond there. He had it first off. The left-hand side of the bar just went a bit too far over. And that's what ultimately screwed him. So now we're going to be moving on to more competitors. We have got Xander Lipton coming in out of the Grit Ninja. He qualified at Empire and got 2nd place. He's got Josiah Papel on his sideline. So now it's Alexander. Nice idea there. He tried to set his legs to the left as much as he could to conserve momentum in only 1 move. So that worked out well.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness. When for a long course like this, sometimes you want to be calculated and go a bit slower to conserve your energy. But at the same time, when I see a lot of aggressiveness right out from the get-go, it's really impressive. And Xander's showing that right now.
Doing a
Oh,
nice one-handed grab there. The ability to adapt on the fly, helping him out very much here. So Alexander Lipton, or Xander Lipton even, coming along through onto the prism tilt and the rolling hill now. Oh, just had a slip on the bottom barrel on the way up there. So now he's going to try and give it another go.
Yeah, it definitely seems like when you jump out to those barrels, you need to get your foot as far out as possible, because if you're at all on the closer side, it's going to just roll on you.
Here he goes. Nearly had it pull out from him again. But now 2 minutes and 13 seconds as he's going down the rolling hill this time. See how he can fare. Jumps down very safely, not a problem. Now into the Northwest Passage.
Yeah, still, I like the time that we are watching from Xander. He's putting in a really solid pace, and if he can keep this up, I like his prospects towards the very end of the course.
Right then, Xander Lipton. Nice static out to that giant ring. That's the fastest approach I think you can take to that obstacle, unless you underbar it. But this is a very, very solid run so far from Xander Lipton. Interesting backswing there, trying to turn himself over from his shoulder.
Let's see if he can get this grab. Nice.
Here he goes, gets the grab onto the cliff, not a problem there. Now then, 1 minute and 10 seconds. He chalks up, getting ready to go for the signs. He knows the pace that he needs to go at. So I think moving along with minimal rest time is the best way to go forward for a course like this.
Yeah, and you said it earlier, it definitely has one of the most interesting backswing techniques I've seen, but really does, I guess, help him get the swing that he needs. But if he can get through this, oh yeah, it looks good. He's going to have about 40 seconds by the time he gets up to the top here. I don't know, Billy. If he makes it through his first time, this could be interesting.
Could be pretty good for him. I've seen 35 seconds left. He's got quite a wide grip here. Gets the bar into the track. Needs to carry that momentum and get it upward, or go straight for the dismount. No, he figures out that he needs to try it again to get that momentum first time round.
Yeah, this is a very tricky obstacle, especially at this age. So clearly it's possible. We saw that from Joey early on, but you have to have a lot of courage and then quickness right here.
Unfortunately peels out on impact on that slider, but still brilliant stuff there from Xander Lipton. Brilliant one-handed grab there on that skyhook. One of the best moments of that run, and even though he had a bit of a slip on the rolling hill, it was all well and good up to the bar tech. I'm seeing a running theme of athletes having very solid runs up to the Black Diamond, and I'm hoping that someone soon can get past it.
Yeah, definitely. I know that there are several ninjas left that definitely have it in their wheelhouse to be able to get that obstacle, but it is still really, really challenging. We'll see how Vale Brewer fares right now.
Here we go. Doing a very good job right now. He is known as King Vale at Arc. I remember Hollis Lansford, his coach on the sideline, told me during the break that he's known as King Vale. So King Vale coming along through the hourglass, clearing it. And now the Great Wall of Nam is... Ooh, wow, what a save! That must have put a lot of pressure on the underhand right there. That was wild.
Yeah, basically he went with both hands on the first hold and totally whiffed, and was able to still have the wherewithal to grab that next lower hold. Very impressive split-second reaction time.
Nice jump onto the rolling hill from the prism tilt. Now he's getting ready to make the descent downward. Onto the dismount platform, not a problem. Having a very good pace up to this point as well. He's not far behind Joey Stone in all fairness, so if he makes it through the Black Diamond, we could be seeing another clear.
Yeah, I like what Vale's showing us right now. There's a lot of little technique differences from... Oh, nice.
Yes, right, that's the way we like to see it. The other representative from Arc earlier did that, and that's definitely something Hollis taught them.
Yeah, I love that level of aggressiveness.
Okay, here he moves now. 1 minute 55 as he makes the grab upward onto the second triangle. Vale. King Vale moving along through onto that cliff and links that dismount. Now then, 1 minute 45 as he chalks up and gets ready to go for the signs out here. Let's see how he fares. Gets the first grab onto the bar. Immediately links onto the ring, Travis.
Yeah, he's looking great right now. He's in a really, really good spot right now with a little less than 1.5 minutes at this point. And we've seen a level of aggressiveness out of Vale so far that you really need to make this Black Diamond obstacle right here. So I'm really excited to see what he does right here.
Here he goes. Upward he goes. Oh, unfortunately couldn't get the dismount. That's a really hard dismount to get if you're trying to skip it as well. So King Vale might have to go for the tech. He's going to chalk up and get ready for it, but I'm not too sure how he's going to do it. You can go either way.
Come on, Vale. Yeah!
Yes! King Vale on top of the world right now. Gets the dismount from the flying bar moves, and now the Book of Kevin. A Brekkie original this is. He's got to try his best to thrust it down. It's like a battering ram, but from the bottom. So you need to kind of move along through. Only one of them necessary. Now then, the final obstacle. Can Team Arc get a clear on the salmon roll?
Yeah, I think they can. This is so exciting. He is putting in an awesome performance, and he's got this aggressiveness that is just off the charts right now. He is King Vale for sure right now, Billy.
Really good, Travis. We're really close to the end. The dismount is there, and King Vale hits a buzzer. What a time as well. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. That was utterly brilliant. I am really happy with that. The save on the Great Wall, as well as the tech on Your Welcome To. That was brilliant. And then the here. Oh my goodness me. After the skip didn't work out, he goes the intended route. And then the salmon roll. Oh my lord.
Yeah, that was a treat to watch right there, Billy. Vale Brewer putting on a clinic, showing everybody how it's done. That was super, super impressive. And again, I think it's just going to give even more confidence to the runners who are yet to come that, okay, there's 2 clears, we can do this. So this is getting exciting.
All right, then, here we go. Theo Pasic now qualified at Life Force. He was first place in that qualifier. 3 minutes and 14 seconds now. Taking the jump up to the second hourglass. Nice approach so far. Doing an okay job, and gets down. Good stuff. And is now moving on to the Great Wall of Nam. The atmosphere in the room is a busy day at Motus. We've got 2 different courses going on at the same time. A first for the Premier Series finals, but we're seeing a lot of these guys just take it on and be absolutely brilliant with it. So now Theo on the prism tilt. Here he goes.
Yeah, really, Theo's looking super good right now. Really good pace, really in control. And Theo just did something right there that I saw Vale do as well. Just a little difference in technique that shows maybe a little bit more experience, just even landing on that first part of the rolling hill, having your feet split so you're not both feet going to the same barrel, but having them on different ones just to help your measure of success even that much more. So good stuff so far.
All right, then, here we go. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Theo. Ooh, very, very dynamic link there. Going to take a couple of backswings to get ready to immediately move into those dominoes. Here he goes.
The one thing I love about
now beckoning.
What I love about Theo is, again, he's one of the smaller competitors for this age group, but one of the most aggressive that I've seen. So he really doesn't seem to have issues. There's no reach or height related issues because he's got so much strength, so much aggressiveness. It's really good stuff to watch.
Right, 1 minute and 23 seconds here to go. He's moving on into the signs. We're seeing faster paces by the run right here, Travis. This is a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he doesn't get caught up here a little bit, wasting a little bit of time. because once he gets through this, he probably is going to have about 50 seconds left once he gets to the black diamond. So he's definitely going to need that time, especially if he needs a retry. So we'll see how he does.
Here he goes. 50 seconds to go. Getting ready for the Black Diamond Bartek. Let's see how he fares here. The skip hasn't been working for any of our competitors yet. Let's see if Theo... Ooh, just places the bar into the track. But doesn't necessarily hang on there. So he's going to have to, first of all, hang on to the bar. And then he'll be able to set himself through it.
I think there's a lot of different dynamics at play with this obstacle. It's kind of a leap of faith, if you will, and you don't really know what it's going to feel like, because when you get the bar in place, it slides, and then you have to jump with it. It's so many different things.
Ooh, just loses his grip, sadly. That is going to be it for his run, sadly. Theo going to be down and out on the Black Diamond like many before him. Very, very good stuff, though. That's going to put him in 6th, one of the faster times up to that point. But now then, Henry Ponting qualified at Rise at the warehouse at the beginning of this season in Texas. I remember me and you commentating one of the first times, Travis. We were very impressed with Henry. He got 3rd at that competition. Ooh, a bit of a stumble on the first hourglass, but he's moving through with a very sick pace so far.
Yeah, he's looking really good. It was a good save. Took a little different technique at the beginning of that first, but yeah, he made the right correction, and he is on a good pace.
Here he goes, Henry Ponting. He was originally born in France, and then he spent his first couple of years in the UK before moving out to Texas. Oh, but unfortunately, he is going to have to try his best to get this one again. Let's see how he fares here. Gonna have to go for that ring now. Gets the grab, nice stuff there.
Yeah, there's a fine balance sometimes, Billy, with aggressiveness versus a little more caution. You know, it's this whole risk-reward thing, because what we saw from Henry there, he tried to do an immediate dismount and just didn't have enough.
Oh, unfortunately, goes down on the first rolling hill barrel. So now he's out of retries. Henry Ponting really going to have to follow through on his moves here.
Yeah, this is a big mental challenge right here. A lot of pressure. We'll see if Henry can overcome it. Nice.
Ooh, yes, nice. He's got it this time. Henry climbing up the rolling hill.
But yeah, what I was saying earlier, just whether you go do an immediate dismount, even though it's a bit risky, a bit aggressive, or just take one extra swing and know for sure that you'll get it. So it's tricky. It's different for every athlete. Whoa. There we go.
Here he goes. Bit of a scare on those cannonballs going down, but he's okay. Now then, just under 100 seconds as he comes into the giant ring swings out here on Your Welcome. But he's doing okay. Swings on door.
Oh!
No! Unfortunately, tried to link it. Looks like he hurt his face a tiny bit. Hopefully it's all well and good, but unfortunately couldn't go down. Couldn't get down the platform correctly. Yeah, just a bit of a rough fall there, sadly.
Yeah, that was such an interesting kind of flight and dismount through the air. I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing that was unintended, but yeah, it looks like, I'm thinking he just hit his head on the ground there, or on the mat, the landing pad, but hopefully he'll be okay. He was looking good. Now we've got Logan Kiselica.
Logan came out in the Ascend qualifier earlier this year, blazing fast in everything that he did. Got Lucas Reale on the sideline coaching. He got 3rd. Doing an okay job so far, moving along through very fast. Our fastest runner to this point as well. Ooh, not anymore. He's going to have to take a retry here. Just fell back at the end of the Great Wall of Nam. So let's see how he fares second time around.
Yeah, basically that's the same thing that I was talking about on the last course run. You can do an immediate dismount, but you know, if you take an extra swing, that's going to cost you maybe 1 or 2 seconds. In the big scheme of things, if you're unsure, maybe just take that extra swing. But Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay, here we go. 2 minutes 35.
Oh, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Hangs on to the top barrel of the rolling hill and doesn't slide down. Now needs to be extra careful now on the rolling hill descent, which he's fine with. Brilliant. Now then, up the northwest passage.
Yeah, that was really good. Watching him hold on that the rolling hill reminded me of my second season on American Ninja Warrior, back when we had the old school quad steps, which were very, very difficult and intimidating. I made it through, but just barely, and was grabbing on with all my might on the kind of landing platform, thinking I was going to slide into the water, but thankfully was able to get it. And anyway, Logan's looking so good right now.
Indeed, so the generational advantages that these guys have being passed down, especially with their coaches having more experience, they're able to translate it onto their kids' runs that they do, and it's brilliant to see. And Logan is linking stuff right here on the road signs. This is brilliant.
Yeah, looking really, really strong, and again, he's putting himself in a really good spot with this much time left heading into Black Diamond. I really hope that he kind of goes for this the intended way instead of, we've seen this trend, a lot of the athletes, they go for that big dismount right from the beginning, which I don't really know this age group can get.
Ooh, no! Oh, it's really difficult. It feels like you need to force yourself out of that bar right when your front swing starts, and it's really difficult to do that on a slider. So yeah. Logan might want to go for it again, or might want to go for the intended route. It goes either way.
I think for this age group, the intended way is probably the only way that they can do it. Granted, someone's probably going to prove me wrong.
Oh, it's so close, but yet so far for Logan. That's put himself into third place. He's our fastest non-finisher so far, which is nice to see. But unfortunately, had to utilize 2 retries in areas he didn't want to. So close on that skip. Donovan, can't you just like bring the map back a tiny bit? That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, really good attempt. Again, ultimately, I think it's a bit too far of a dismount for this age group. I think probably the better option is to go for it the intended way the first attempt, assuming you've got 2 attempts, 2 retries left. You'll go for it the intended way first, and you know, if you fall, then maybe you can make the proper correction and make it the second time. But that aggressive approach is probably just a little too much.
Right then, let's see. One of the most aggressive athletes in the sport currently is on the course. Leo Bronov, coming out of Forte Fitness Center. He qualified at Rise, getting first due to that aggressive nature that he's used to on the course out here. And he's going to move on through onto the Great Wall of Nam right now. Although he's aggressive, he's very careful and he's very delicate with it all. So we're going to be seeing how good he's able to move through the rest of this course. Going to take 1 backswing preferably. Nice.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what differentiates some of the great ninjas to the good ninjas, is having that level of aggressiveness, but also precision and knowing when to be a little delicate, as you said. So we're seeing it all on display right now from Leo.
Very good so far from him right now. 2 minutes and a half to go on the clock as he's making his way down the Northwest Passage. Gonna dismount on this second one. That seems to be the fastest way to go about that obstacle. But now here he goes, taking a run up into these rings now. Now will he fare as he moves on through into it? Nice swinging. It seems like the dismount platforms are placed in such a way that makes them very difficult to link out of. It means that you have to waste a bit more time back swinging, and it all accumulates at the end of the course.
Yeah, that's just another way that some of these course designers make, especially the challenge courses, diabolical for these athletes.
Here he goes, 1:45 now as he moves on into the signs. He's doing a brilliant job so far, matching the paces of both Joey and Vale. I think it largely just comes down to the Black Diamond obstacle and how he approaches it and how fast he clears it too. Nice, powerful dismount out there from Leo. He's already our fastest non-finisher by 8 seconds. But now we're going to be seeing how he can fare with 1:20 left on the clock.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, last competitor, I hope that he just really goes for it. Oh, no!
Oh! Unfortunately, loses his grip on impact on that slider. Now Leo is left with one more try.
Yeah, and that's another challenge with this obstacle. Even just the way that these ninjas experience the bar landing, it can be very unexpected. Oh, so close!
Just a bit too far forward, I think, on both sides for Leo Bronov. That's sadly going to be it for him on his Premier Series journey. Did a very good job on that run and had a very valiant effort on the Black Diamond, but sadly couldn't get it.
It's strange that pretty much every athlete that we've seen go down just like that, they always get their right side into the cradle, and it's the left that seems to whiff. It's kind of an interesting dynamic, but it's such a tricky obstacle, but I loved the level of aggressiveness and courage out of Leo. He was looking so good.
We are now within our final 10 athletes of the kids male division for our Premier Series finals. And the first one who's going to be up is 10th place on the placement course, which is going to be Harrison Buss out here coming out of Maximum Effort Training Studio. He qualified at Empire Ninja and got 3rd place there. So coming out of the Northeast, he's getting ready to go at the Motus finals. It's going to be an interesting activity for these guys to be taking on. We have got the Mature Kids female division coming up after this on the challenge course. They're currently doing the placement course. So we've got 10 more runners before that commences for all those guys. And I'm excited to see how things are going to go.
Yeah, so Billy, we're about 2/3 of the way through this run order. We've had 2 course clears. What are your thoughts so far?
I think I'm not that surprised. I mean, considering the fact of there are difficult obstacles, aren't there? You know, both Joey and Vale, who have been our clearers so far. I'm excited to see who else can join them on this very difficult course with a lot of techie moves. Let's see if Harrison Buss, our first of our final 10, can deal with it. Here we go.
Yeah, I hope we see something happen where there just becomes a flurry of course clears. We do have a lot of talent left to go, and we'll see if Harrison can do it right here.
3 minutes and 5 seconds. He's going to exit the hourglass now. Coming along through into the Great Wall of Nam. 1-2 into the rail! Yes, please! What a send that was, making up valuable time. Harrison's looking for a clear spot, surely.
Yeah, seriously, we have not seen very many athletes do that massively aggressive technique right there.
Oh, the rolling hill takes him! Unfortunately, right after the prism tilt, so he's going to have to be a bit more delicate in his lower body.
But when we see athletes do big moves like that, it never gets old.
Nice stuff there from Harrison. So now he's going to be taking the descent downward. Doing a brilliant job. So, whoa, no!
Wow.
Unfortunately, that's going to be a retry on the rolling hill descent, it looks like, if he's okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he is. It looked like his foot maybe got stuck somehow, and yeah, I really hope that he's okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could possibly kind of injure is his kneecaps, or his feet, to be fair. But I don't know, that's a really difficult way to go out there on the rolling hill.
Yeah, let's definitely hope that he's okay. Again, we've talked about it in past competitions. I've had a lot of injuries, especially ankle injuries, and knee, ankle, I mean anything. You don't like to see that. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Harrison, definitely not the way you want to go out there. On the rolling hill especially, one of the easier obstacles out of the 13, going out of the course in a way that doesn't necessarily come down to any skill-based components. It's just unlucky that his foot got caught in between the barrels on the descent. And hopefully that hasn't cause him too much trouble.
Yeah, and that's what's challenging. Obviously, safety is paramount. You see all the mats and safety equipment at all of these ninja gyms. Nobody clearly wants anybody to get hurt, yet there are also sometimes just the freak accidents that can happen. And I would imagine that's what just took place. He placed his foot probably in the exact wrong spot that did not allow it to leave as he was jumping out, but rather get stuck. You can see the crowd clapping. I'm sure he's getting up now. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate because he did a really good skip as well. That would have been an amazing jump to go through with it. And unfortunately, he had another... Oh, man. Unfortunate circumstances out here for the Premier Series finals. That was really, really good way as well. Oh, what could have been, man.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before too. When you're the next runner-up after you see an injury, even a bad injury, that can be yet another mental challenge that you have to overcome. It happens all the time. I mean, we were talking about Sasuke earlier. When I competed there many years ago, my American teammate who went before me just blew out his knee, and then not too many runners after I had to go, and it's just a whole nother thing, another dynamic you have to overcome. But that's what these athletes are all about. They're continuing to learn, continue to get experienced, and we'll see if it affects RJ Moreland. Right now he's looking aggressive, that's for sure.
Absolutely, a very powerful bash out of that first obstacle. RJ Moreland taking the jump onto the trampoline, moving along through. Very large strides with his hands as well. Very, very good pace so far. Taking a bit of time to eye it up. Oh, okay there, buddy. That was a large one.
Yeah, we talk about risk reward all the time. When to go for the big move and when to just play it a little safe, especially if you're talking about maybe just a few seconds. So big move out of RJ there. Didn't work, but safer approach right now. That worked well.
Okay, here he goes. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Prism tilt time. Trying to get a good grasp on top of it.
Oh!
Ooh, unfortunately. Yeah, the prism tilt and the rolling hill combo, the Sasuke specials, really not favoring our athletes today. Gonna come back. Try again now. RJ Moreland. Yeah, wants to try and aim for around the top of it. So because he had a lot of power going off of it, but it was too close to the bottom where more gravity's taking out. So yeah, that's the way to go about it this time. So 2 minutes, 15 seconds, slides down the rolling hill descent a tiny bit. Still moving on up.
Yeah, RJ did great on his second attempt there. I'm a little surprised. I feel like there are some of these athletes who you would think that they, I've been watching the others compete and how they're faring on some of these obstacles, but some of these guys are just not really doing the right technique, which I'm a little surprised about with, being this deep into the competition. But again, once you're out there on the course, it can look very different than when you're on the side watching. So anyway, even the ref right there having a little bit of a stumble. You never know what's going to happen out on these courses.
Yeah, be careful, Matt Bradley. What you're doing, it's not like you design courses yourself. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, RJ coming along through. Good grab onto that swinging cliffhanger. You can see off of Brandon's favorite. And now the signs. An okay pace, doing brilliant so far. You can see doing his best to try and gather the momentum necessary for the jump, which he's got.
Yeah, it seems like right now, from the two that have finished this course, if you want to have the chance to hit a buzzer, you really need to be getting to the black diamond probably a little before now. If you can make it through the very first time, then you still have a shot. But RJ is going to really have to push it. But clearly making it through this obstacle is of first importance.
Here he goes, 40 seconds, a wide grab. Just not enough though. Oh, unfortunately that's going to be it for him, sadly. Good job for RJ Moreland. Sadly, that's going to be it, though. You can see the black... Oh, wow. The black diamond definitely not favoring our athletes today. You really need to get that tech on lock. And then the prism tilt. Oh, my goodness. What's going on today? We've taken a turn for the worst now, it looks like, with a lot of these falls. Hopefully, all of our athletes from now on can stay all fit and healthy and avoid any massive falls. And now we're going to be starting out with Adrian Grinkov-Tang out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, well, we definitely have seen some unexpected falls, some of them rather big, but we also have an incredible talent pool left of these athletes. And I mean, right now, Adrian, super aggressive. This is really, really nice to see from him right now.
Here he goes. The hourglass is coming completed. Fastest time up to this point. He's a second ahead of Joey, so I think this is where we really start to see the faster athletes from the placement course show their speed on challenge. And the link out is evident of that.
Yeah, he grabbed that ring by his fingertips, but still, no issues. Immediate dismount. That was good.
Oh, no! Unfortunately, he looked like he had it for a second, but then the bottom barrel spilled out from underneath him. So now he needs to take a bit more of a cautious approach coming into the rolling hill, which he has gotten this time. There we go.
Yeah, I will say I've been pretty surprised seeing the number of issues on that obstacle as of late, Billy. But still, we've said it all season long that even seemingly easiest obstacles can be a challenge. So you can't overlook anything.
Here we go, 2 minutes 20. Reaching out on that ring. He wanted to go for that link, but sadly, the platform is just too far away for any links to properly be occurring at that point. Now then, Brandon's favorite is coming up. Here he goes. 1 minute 57. Pushing back and forth, getting onto that cliff and linking out. Oh, no. Yes, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Just overshot it a tiny bit. But now Adrian, a very good pace. On pace with Joey Stone as well. So now he might be starting to get a little bit pumped, but he's got to go full force regardless.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness that we keep seeing out of Adrian. And I'm thinking maybe he's getting a little tired, but I think he probably still has quite a bit gas left in the tank. And so I want to see somebody get this right here, Billy, on their first attempt the proper way. We'll see if Adrian can be one to do that.
Have a look here. Wide grab. Gonna take a deep breath. Getting ready to insert it onto the track, and no! Just so close there. You can see one side was correct, but the other not so much. We're gonna see Adrian with his final retry taking on the Black Diamond.
Yeah, but at least that first try, he did attempt it the proper way, so now he gets a second try with the same technique. So let's see if he can make the proper corrections.
Here we go. Yes! There we go! Right in there. Adrian dismounting, but now 40 seconds. He really needs to move. Here he goes. The Book of Kevin coming along through, trying his best to shove it back.
And this is a little trickier with his little bit lighter weight compared to the other athletes we've seen. Oh, nice.
Got it, but now, this is close, mate. 20 seconds for the rolling salmon. Here we go.
Oh, he really has to go right now and go quickly. He could do it, Billy, but he's got to be right on. No mistakes.
Needs to keep that momentum going. It's possible. Travis, he's making it happen. Here he goes. 3 seconds. The cross grip. Come on, dismount. So close. Adrian, no.
Oh, no. He was so
He was
close.
right there.
Man, just got a little stuck on the Book of Kevin. If he wouldn't have taken as long as he did on that, I think he would have done it. That was so exciting.
Oh, man, he nearly had it. Just the tiniest difference. It was literally like a second and a half, and then he hit the buzzer. Probably even less, actually. Oh, my Lord. What a time there. the only person who hasn't cleared to make it past the Book of Kevin and onto the salmon roll. And with our 7 competitors left, we're going to be seeing who is going to be our next clear. And who we're going to ultimately be determining who the Kids Male Premier Series champion is very shortly. And it could be Alex Kaminsky right now. Here he goes.
Yeah, right now, Alex, right from the get-go, looking very quick, very comfortable. And again, just want to talk about Adrian's run. I loved seeing that, he tried Black Diamond. Oh, big aggressive move. But the Black Diamond, the proper way, he still missed it the first time, but it still gave him an opportunity, so then he was able to make the proper corrections on the second try. So good stuff. And right now, Alex is just doing a really good job.
Doing good right now. 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the rolling hill descent. Going down there. Nice. Okay, onto the Northwest Passage now. Actually, 9 seconds ahead of Joey. This is a very good pace. No retries being used yet. If he keeps this pace up onto the Black Diamond, I think we could have a new first place finisher.
It looked like he was going to go immediate grab there, but hesitated for a moment, but looking good.
Alex Kaminsky going to try his best to make up. He doesn't even need to make up any time. He's doing the best he can right here. 9 seconds ahead of the rest of the field up to this point. So we're going to be seeing how good he can go. The link off of the triangle. Nice stuff there. That's how we like to see it.
Really impressive.
This is 2 minutes up to it. 16 seconds ahead now. He's saved 7 on that link.
What I think is crazy, Billy, if you look at his face, he kind of looks just really nonchalant. Just kind of like, yep, just business as usual, which really shows a lot of poise and experience and maturity. And so really impressed with Alex right now.
He has over 100 seconds now to attempt the Black Diamond. Coming out of Steel City Ninja, he got first place at Rock City Ninja's qualifier back in August. Now we're going to be seeing how good he can get with the wide grip. Get the top,
nice.
Yes! Straight away as well! This is brilliant, Alex Kaminsky. That's what we like to see. Over 1 minute and a quarter for the Book of Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, he is demolishing this right now. By far on pace for our fastest clear. And, a lot of athletes aren't even to the Black Diamond at this point. This is really, really impressive.
He's 17 seconds ahead of Joey Stone right now. Alex Kaminsky swiftly moving through the salmon roll. That momentum carrying him closer to the buzzer as we speak. Here he moves. 47 seconds now. Going as fast as he can, and the buzzer is his! Alex Kaminsky, our fastest finisher of the division so far, with the sub 3 minute buzzer.
Yeah, that was incredible, Billy. He really, like I said, he had this nonchalant approach, but yet some huge aggressive moves. Just looked like simple out there for him. Really, really, really impressive. He had so much time left too. That is definitely well deserving of the current first place. Way to go, Alex Kaminsky.
What a great way to go there. I am very impressed with that run. The first try on the Black Diamond like you wanted, Travis, as well. And what more could you want?
I don't know. I mean, that's the type of run that you think to yourself, there's nobody who can go faster than that. But then you have athletes who wind up doing it. So that was still so, so good. And again, for these remaining competitors, seeing a run like that can help your confidence all the more, knowing what's possible, but it can also add a lot of pressure because he went so fast. But right now, Oliver Wallman doing really good with his try on this course.
Even then, we're matching the pace of Alex, who's just gone now. This is really good. All of our athletes within the final 5 that we're in currently really aware of what they need to do if they want that Premier Series title. Whoa! No! Okay, so he dug his hands into the second barrel, which could have worked for him. But now I think he has the capabilities to get through this course. It's just about how fast he does it.
Yeah, it really looked like he was going to be able to grab with his hands there. Oh, there we go.
Yes, there we go. Oliver Wallman scaling down the rolling hill now. Off onto that platform. Now with 2 minutes and a half, he's getting ready to go.
Yeah, he still has a really good pace, and oh, it's scary having to use one of those retries so early, but he made really good corrections, and he is looking very, very strong right now.
Doing good currently, Oliver Wallman. 2 minutes and 13 seconds over your welcome. And pastime glad. And now on to Brandon's favorite. With over 2 minutes to go, he's lost a bit of time due to that retry on the prism tilt, but he's moving with the same type of urgency. That was scary on that angled cliff, but he's okay.
Yeah, I mean, even just the skill to be able to get his hands instead of on the outside of that hold, he went for the inside with so much precision and then linking it immediately. Very, very good
That's
stuff.
the way to go, mate. Oliver Wallman now. Here we go. Only a minute and only a second and a half behind Alex Minsky to this point. Oliver got second place at the Rise qualifier, hoping to rise up, and he unfortunately plummets down. So we're going to be seeing his retry taken now.
Yeah, again, where you face an obstacle that you've never trained before, it can be so tricky because you just don't know exactly what it's going to feel like. So hopefully now he knows what it feels like. He can be aggressive.
Oh, so close there. Oliver Wallman. Really, really sad to go out at that point. The prism tilt and rolling hill fail, I think, might have had a point to do with that. That might have rattled his confidence in such a way. He was really close on that second attempt, though. Just the right-hand side that couldn't lock into that cradle.
Yeah, he really was so close. Thought he was going to get it, but he should still feel good, though. Oliver, that was a great run. Good job.
Now then, 5 more athletes left to go. Grayson Balzotti being the first of them. Actually, no, 4 more to go. Here we go. Going to be a fun time with Grayson Balzotti being first up. Vitality Obstacle Fitness is the team he is from. He started doing ninja when he was 4 years old. He loves designing his own courses and his competitions at his rig at home. And he also likes to do basketball and golf. Coming out of Ascend where he qualified and got first place, we're expecting big things from him.
Yeah, definitely. And just as a reminder, Grayson and the remaining competitors, these guys in the placement course, they flew. I mean, not only did they hit the buzzer, I mean, they did it just with utter dominance. So excited to see how we finish out this male kids division. And right now, Grayson's looking really good.
Just over 3 minutes to go on the time limit as he's bouldering to the left to jump up off of the wall. Lovely stuff there. And now he's going to go on to the prism tilt. We definitely want to get past this one in quite a quick amount of time now. See how we can fare. Getting onto the rolling hill, but hangs on to the top. Nice save there. I'm loving the Kermit socks as well.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be one of those where it looks good at first, but then, you know, a slow motion roll down onto the ground. But no problem, Grayson was able to save it. Good job.
Very good job right here from Grayson so far. Coming into your welcome, he's going to take a backward-facing backswing. Here he goes. Nice stuff there. On to I'm Glad. And now moves on into the next obstacle, which is Brandon's favorite. Just under 2 minutes left to go for him right now. He's only got a wingspan of 4'3". So when it comes to the later obstacles, particularly the Black Diamond with the bar tech, I think he might have a bit of trouble with that, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But right now, he's looking pretty strong. Not as fast as what we've seen from the last couple athletes, but still doing really, really good. If he keeps going quickly and makes this Black Diamond on his first try, he could still potentially hit a buzzer, but he's gonna have to be pretty much perfect from here on out.
I do think a buzzer is definitely more than possible here, but with 70 seconds left, he's using all of that wingspan he's got. Can he hold it? No, he kind of slid diagonally slightly. So I think if he just gets a bit more of a straight swing and then moves both his hands at the same time, then he'll be okay.
Yeah, he just overshot a little bit. That's one of the tricky things whenever you have a bar tech obstacle like this. One side inevitably wants to move more than the other.
Oh, just like that. The right-hand side again, sadly, couldn't hack it, sadly enough.
Yeah, still, that was a really good course run. Good 2 attempts on Black Diamond. He was so close. He definitely has nothing to be ashamed of. That was a great run for Grayson.
That's going to put him into 7th place right now. And we have now got 3 more runners left to go, which means that after this run, we will now be starting to guarantee people for the podium for the World Ninja League Premier Series Finals for Season 3 in 2025. And the first person who's going to go up here is a good one. We have got the reigning world champion. Wait, no. The reigning Premier Series champion. Yes, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I think
Here we go. Easton Glimmer.
I think this, Billy, is where they say it just got real. I think it's going to get pretty crazy with our last few runners. I am excited to see what is going to happen.
He was one of only 2 clears on stage 3 at the World Championships this year, and he finished 2nd in the strongest ninja bracket at the World Championships. He is also sponsored by Warped Wallies that makes ninja clothing. Easton doing a very good job on the rolling hill and prism tilt. This is brilliant so far, Travis.
Yeah, it is. It's funny, though, it's with the number of falls that we've wound up having on that, it does seem like everybody's taking their time a little bit more than what we saw at the beginning. Because at the beginning, it really didn't seem like a hard obstacle. It was just kind of a different one for some of these athletes, but a lot of people have been having a hard time.
Whoa, yes, nice reach out. And we have a link. What a way to go there. Phil Folsom catching him up on the sideline as we now come into Brandon's favorite, Easton. Now chalking up, getting ready to go on this triangle.
Yeah, that was so impressive. Again, just a level of strength and aggressiveness that you don't see very often from this age group of ninja. So really, real good mastery from Easton right now.
Just under 2 minutes. Getting ready to go on the signs now. This is a very good pace. Easton is matching Alex and Joey as the fastest clears. Now then, here we go. It is time for the Black Diamond. It is now in his grasp. He's got the bar. They train a lot of tech down at the barn where he trains. Let's see how it fares for him.
Nice.
Right then and there. I could see Isabella and Sam Folsom in the back being very happy about that one. And now Easton is going to come on through on the Book of Kevin. Let's see how he fares.
Yeah, again, all 3 of these last obstacles, you need a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of strength. And Easton totally showing that he possesses that. Little trick, little trouble right there. Come on, he's got to dismount.
Here we go. Easton tries to pop along through. He has over a minute left. He's 30 seconds ahead of Alex, but he's having trouble dismounting off of the Book of Kevin.
There we go, there we go.
Now then, 55 seconds left for the Rolling Salmon. Easton's on a very good pace so far, but he might be starting to get a little bit pumped here. A lot of these small moves. Ooh, nice save there with the hand. Rolling Salmon, 40 seconds to go. Here's one of the gaps. Everyone is screaming for him to get through. Here he goes. Go. 30 seconds, his fingertips are slipping, and he's got it! Easton Glimmer, 2nd place for the Premier Series. Lovely stuff there. What a time. 3 minutes and 3 seconds, 0.04 seconds. High five from Phil Folsom. What a time. That's brilliant.
Yeah, seriously, that was so delightful, like so incredible to watch, so entertaining, not to mention inspirational. I mean, he was just on a mission from the get-go, getting Black Diamond right there on his first attempt. Super, super great run. Well-deserving 2nd place. Good job, Easton.
That was absolutely brilliant right there. That is... oh, wow. I'm in disbelief still. That was amazing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what happened there at the end of Book of Kevin. You know, that ate up probably about 5 seconds. Not sure if that would have got him into first place. Probably not, but still so good. And Aiden Leckie right now, let's see if he can match that performance.
Coming out of the Obstacle Academy in Minnesota, he is doing his very best right here on the Great Wall of Nam right now. Doing a very good job stepping over, using his bouldering skills here. He shows a love from the sport and started when he was age 5. He dedicates his free time to building his ninja skills and loves competing in competitions like the Premier Series Finals here. He's doing very good so far. He's done a ninja competition in 20 different states, which is absolutely insane. Oh, no, but slips down the rolling hill. Gonna have to take a retry now.
Yeah, again, like we've been saying, there's surprisingly high number of athletes having an issue with this. I think it's kind of getting into some of these athletes' heads a little bit. Oh, good job there.
That was one of the neatest dismounts we've seen from the Prism Tilt all day. What a way. Here he goes now on the rolling hill descent, being a bit careful. Nice. He knows what he's up against at least, so he knows the awareness that he has to have even. There we go. Okay, just over 2 minutes to go now. He's not on the pace of the fastest clears of the day, but he is definitely not out of the question of one. With just under 2 minutes on these triangles now, it largely comes down to the black diamond. That's the make or break.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, I love how he handled that last Doi Tashimashite obstacle. Probably one of the fastest through that we've seen all day.
Here we go, and on to the signs now. Just over 90 seconds here to go. Gonna take the jump over to the sign, pulling back on the bar. Lovely stuff there. Pulling along through, making the dismount. That was very neat, only needed one backswing. And now here he comes onto the black diamond with a minute 15 left.
Yeah, again, he's getting in a time of the clock where he really is going to have to be pretty perfect if he wants to hit the buzzer. Let's see. Can he...
Here he moves. No! Okay, one more attempt for the black diamond. One of the sides missed on the bar, so he's really going to have to put it precise here.
Yeah, most athletes we've seen fall on that. They go too far with the bar. Looked like he was actually not quite far enough. Get it on try 2.
Oh, it just comes up a tiny bit short there. You could see one of the bars was a bit off axis and it was just too far away from the beginning of it. So sadly, that is going to be it for our penultimate competitor, Aiden. But right then and there, that smoothly leads us into only our final competitor left now. Aiden has opened the door for first place.
Yeah, he definitely has. And, you know, I know he wanted to go further and, you know, hit that course, maybe get first place even, but still, that was a really good course run, and he should feel really good about that. But, wow, Billy, I'm excited to watch Owen
Here we go.
right now.
Owen Alzheimer, our final competitor left to go for the kids male division in the Premier Series for 2025. He is absolutely amazing. I love watching him take on these courses. He's doing a very good job so far. Looking at the leaderboard, Easton Guemer and Alex Kaminsky are guaranteed at least second and third. Joey Stone currently on the bubble right now for first place, or for podium even, with Owen free to take home any position he wants.
But yeah, that's what's crazy right now, Billy. The top 3 right now are all finishers. In fact, the top 4 are finishers. So if Owen wants to podium, he is going to have to not only finish, but do it faster than Joey Stone and Vale Brewer.
He's doing his best right now. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. He knows the pace. He's tied for the pace right here with Alex Kaminsky. Does the send right there. Matt Bradley beside him. Coming along through the Yokata right there. Lovely stuff. Now then, Brandon's favorite.
Well, we talked about it a little bit, Billy, and going last in particular, it's so nice because you know exactly what you have to do. But it can also add a lot of pressure because you know exactly what you need to do, especially if you're wanting to go for first place, which I would imagine he is. So he knows he's got to go super fast, and great grab right there, holding on.
Here he moves now, 1:50. This is the fastest time up to this point. Owen getting ready to go for the Black Diamond. At Dexterity, they train a lot of tech. Let's see how he fares with it. Ooh, one side, not there. So we're going to be seeing now if he can get it second time around. He's on a solid pace right here to get through. The best pace.
Yeah, well, you know the pressure is on, but if anybody can make the proper corrections, it's him. Yes!
Yes! There we go from Owen Alzheimer. Here we go. Okay, Book of Kevin.
Oh, nice aggressiveness. That's so good.
That's a solid technique. It's efficient as well. It's saving him time. He's a bit behind first currently. But not anymore. He's 12 seconds ahead. Owen Alzheimer is on a perfect pace to get the first place spot in the Premier Series Finals, Travis.
Oh, look at that technique right there with his hands
The cross
overlapping.
grip.
Nice.
Here he goes, just under a minute now, but he's got more than enough time to hit the buzzer. Owen Alzheimer is your Premier Series champion for the kids at male division. 2 minutes 35.36, beating out Alex by 13 seconds. What a way to end it.
Seriously, Billy, I don't think it gets any better than that. Owen missing his first try there on Black Diamond, but able to make the proper corrections and then hit the buzzer with so much time left, blowing away the rest of the competition. Seeing the last competitor go and turn in a first place performance, doesn't get better than that.
Look at that. Owen got first place at Dexterity Depot and first place in the Premier Series Finals. So there is your podium for the championship right here for Premier Series. Owen Alzheimer taking first place, Alex Kaminsky taking second, and Easton Guema taking the third place medal. Oh my lord, that is one of the best feels of the kid male division I've ever seen in my entire life. Travis, how about you?
Yeah, that was so incredible. Such an impressive display of ninja athleticism and skill today. And I mean, even having 5 course clears out of these male athletes today, super impressive. Still, I want to say shout out to Joey Stone being only the 3rd competitor up and still wind up in 4th place. That's super impressive. But yeah, these guys just put on a clinic today. Very impressive, top to bottom, first place, even to the last. Everyone did such a good job today. That was a treat to be a part of.
That was insanity, to put it lightly. I think I am very happy with how that one went. Travis, as well as that, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to commentate with you throughout the entirety of this season, all the way back in July when I first talked to you and commentated with you at Geelong Ninjas. Every single time I come in for the kids males, knowing that you're basically going to be here every time. Absolutely brilliant, and I love the fact that we get to start out the Premier Series Finals with an amazing 3 clear podium, mate.
Yeah, definitely. We started it off strong today, but the action is still to come. So many different age groups for the rest of the weekend. If you are a fan of Ninja, which you're watching this, I'm sure you are, you don't want to go anywhere. You want to tune in because it's only going to get more insane and more amazing. So it is a great way to start off. Been a pleasure with you, Billy. These kids, they never cease to amaze me. Such good stuff.
Absolutely. We've still got a lot more action to come out here. The mature kid female division already started their placement course earlier, but they'll be on the challenge course next up in just a moment. The mature kid males are going to be next on the placement course with me and Electric Enzo commentating them. And then for the preteen females, we start it out at 4:30 p.m. I want to say that's Central Time. Yeah, so if we go off Central Time out here, we're in Kansas City. We have got 4:30 p.m. for the females, 6:15 p.m. for the preteen males out here. And then tomorrow the action continues even further. We have got the amateur division with the females starting out at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, so bright and early, followed by the males on the placement course at 8:30 a.m. And then the teens come along with the females being at 11:20 a.m. Central Time, and the males coming in at 12:15 p.m. Central Time. And then the big one, the elite female division, comes in at 3:40 p.m. Central Time out here. And then the final division of the entire Premier Series is going to be the elite males at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. We've got a lot of amazing competitors still to showcase, and I'm very excited to see how it's going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be a great, great time. It just is going to get better with each successive age group and division. So again, like we said, do not go anywhere. It is going to be off the hook.
Absolutely. I'm very excited to see how it's going to go. Travis, it's been an honor, as always. I'm excited to see what the rest of the Premier Series Finals holds out for all of the athletes. So from Travis Rosen and Billy Dixon, we will see you guys in just a moment for more Finals action. Stay tuned.